Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Winning Streak. I'm your host, Bryson.
And I'm Zeke.
And I'm Parker.
And Happy New Year, 2024. It is January 1st, and we are releasing episode 30 to start off the year. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned this year, because we have a lot of big things coming. And today we have Parker starting with hot takes. So you can go ahead and start.
My first hot take, this one will probably get some hate, but I think it's pretty accurate. I said OKC's inexperience is going to prevent them from making a really deep final run. I think they can make a deep run, but I don't think they're a finals team yet.
I mean, they're definitely not a finals team yet, but
I'd agree.
I think they have a run.
I feel like they're like second round. I feel like there's too many
second or third.
teams. Like I feel like a team like the Mavs could take them in the second round, to be honest.
I think a team like the Mavs, and I also think like a team like the Nuggets is built for the playoffs.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
they did beat the Nuggets.
Nuggets
they blew them out the other day.
I think OKC would beat a team like like the Kings in the playoffs.
Yeah,
honestly.
true.
So I mean, and they made it to like the third round.
The Kings
Or the second round.
Yes, second.
Yeah, they did. They beat Golden State. Come on, bro. Zero ball knowledge from this fella over here.
I'm blanking.
But okay, so we pretty much agree.
All right. Then my second one I think is pretty obvious. I think Garrett Wilson would easily be a star on any other team. He put up 1,000 yards on one, if not the worst offenses in the league. He busted his ass for
31st ranked offense.
Yeah.
So second to last. I do agree for sure. If he could go to the Chiefs this year.
I was thinking the same thing. If he went to the Chiefs, he would be an all-star.
I don't see why he couldn't. He doesn't have a big contract, and he wouldn't really want one to be the new. He could be a top 5 receiver if he went there.
He could.
Top
really
3
could.
even. I agree, for sure.
All right.
You
And
agree?
my last one.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bears could have a winning record and be a wild card team next season after drafting a top receiver.
I think they're going to be a huge playoff contender with Marvin Harrison, especially if they draft or trade for defense and a little bit more
go back
offense.
and say that the Kings did not win that series. I don't know where you got that from.
When was I thinking of? Who did they beat? They beat someone, did they not?
They were first round exit.
They went to 7. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Curry went
Okay.
for 50.
Oh, yeah.
I
remember that now.
Yeah, so the Bears could have a winning record and be a wild card team after drafting a top receiver. All their games this year were quite close, and they either led or slightly trailed at the end of the game.
I agree. Like I was just saying, like I think they'll be at least if they get like a decent offensive line around Justin Fields and the defense picks it up a little bit. If they get a receiver,
really
I think
they're
going to
trade down though. I don't think they'll take Marvin Harrison for Super Bowl.
You just are hoping. You're not thinking that.
No, I really don't.
Why would they do that? Why would they not give Justin Fields the top prospect in centuries?
Top prospects a stretch.
You were saying that this
No, I
season when it
didn't.
was the Cardinals' favorite. Was he not saying that?
I never said he was the top prospect of the century.
You literally said he
one
could
of the
be
best
one of the best.
receiver
Yeah.
prospects of this decade, or the past 2 decades probably.
Well, still, it
But
doesn't make sense for them to trade down and not
Neighbors
give
is
him
really
the best.
good.
One of
This
the
is
best.
one of the strongest receiver
But
classes.
I think
since probably
he's far and
2019.
away, even in this class, like the best receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. He
didn't
switched
even
up
have the
after
best
the
stats.
Cardinals. Okay, I agree for sure.
All right, so Zeke's kind of iffy on that
Yeah.
one.
And then getting into guess the sports video game teams. Who wants to go first?
I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the Madden team that I'm saying. So the quarterback is a 68 overall.
Oh my god.
The Jets.
Nope.
Dang.
The running back is a 79. Keep in mind this is all updated injuries. and
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
Okay. Wide receiver 1 is a 90. Wide receiver 2 is a 78, and the tight end is an 87.
And this is current with
Current.
injuries?
Current with injuries. I believe that wide receiver 2 might be close. I think he was injured a few weeks back, but I think he's back.
I'd say like the Chargers, but tight end doesn't fit.
I feel like it's like a Vikings or Bengals type team with
That's
an
what I'm
injured
thinking.
quarterback and a good receiver, but I feel like it's not one of them. Because Jamar and Jefferson are higher.
I was thinking like Keenan Allen for like 90, but I knew the tight end wouldn't fit
The
there.
90 seems like
Who was the tight end?
87.
That's
Oh,
high.
shit.
That's what's throwing me off.
What?
Who is that?
It's the Browns.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe Flacco's a
my
68.
God.
That's
Amari's a
disgusting.
90?
Yeah. That also surprised me. And then Njoku's an 87 now.
He should be higher right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be a 90. He should be a 90 or 91 right now. He's
That's fair.
That-
Kelsey prime level.
That threw me off. The 68 really messed me up.
Yeah, I should have thought of that. I
And
should
then
have
that
thought
wide
about the
receiver
fact
2 was
that-
Elijah Moore. I guess he had a concussion, so maybe.
Yeah.
But that was this
Okay.
week, so.
Yeah.
The injuries
That's a good
threw me
one.
off on that. But that was good.
Yeah, that's gonna get people for sure. My 2K team. Point guard is an 83. Shooting guard is an 82. Small forward and power forward are an 80, and the center is an 85.
Is that the Spurs?
No.
Repeat it one more time.
Point guard 83, shooting guard 82, small forward and power forward are an 80, and the center is an 85. The center is balling out. I'll give you that hint for you.
Is it the Heat?
No,
No.
it's the Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Albert Sengun is balling out. He's an 85.
I was actually about to go with him.
Yeah,
From unexpected.
and then it's honestly pretty fair ratings.
Yeah.
For the
Honestly.
Rockets, and they're a good team right now.
I totally blanked on them.
85
dude.
just
I
had me,
think-
like, as soon as I heard 85 center, I thought Wemby, but I think he's an 86 now, so I don't know.
I was thinking Bam.
Yeah.
But I knew Jimmy.
Bam's like an 89, I think.
Yeah, I think.
I
he
think
should
they
be
have
in
him
the
rated
90s,
low.
dude. They should
I
have
think
Bam
that's
in
what
the 90s.
that's what I
I'm not,
that was
like-
my mindset on that. They have Bam rated low.
Especially after last year, he should at least be a 90.
I know they have Jimmy rated
Minimum.
low too. So, but I knew Jimmy wouldn't be that low. I had no clue.
Yeah. Then you want to go ahead and do yours?
I feel like we've all had pretty like over the last few weeks like pretty mediocre teams.
Yeah,
Mine's pretty.
relatively.
Mine's pretty mediocre too.
Okay.
2K team, point guard 81, shooting guard 81, small forward 83, power forward 84,
Is this the Jazz?
center
That's
81.
what I was thinking because we just did them, but I don't think so.
No, it's not the Jazz.
81 center, you said?
Center 81.
Is this the Nets?
He just
No.
did that.
I think the ratings on this team, they really surprised me. I was telling you guys this earlier. I was kind of
81
shocked.
center. That's like
I think the
I don't
center is
know.
rated fairly, but some of the other positions are a bit questionable in my opinion.
Are they like a decent team?
They're kind of bad right now. They're gonna blow it up.
81 Blazers?
They're gonna blow it up. I'll put it that way.
Pistons?
This is. I really don't want to put out a guess because I can't think right now, but I'm trying to think of one at least. It's really tough though.
They're in trade talks all the time lately.
Oh, the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Okay.
Okay.
But I thought those ratings
What was
for
the
power
really
forward?
hard rank? That's
the
a really
power
hard rank.
forward was an 84.
So that's
th-
Vucevic.
No, we switched.
The
to center.
Vucevic is center.
They have him in an 81.
Yeah,
Kind of disrespectful.
I know.
He's
That's
still
bit, yeah.
okay. Like he's like.
and they had Levine
usable.
at an 81. They had
That's
DeMar at an
about-
84.
81 is pretty wild for
That
Levine.
I looked at it
Especially
and
with
I
all the
was like,
hype
It's
over
more like an
it.
87.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was disgusting when I looked at that. I was like, that's why some people will
That's
get all mad
interesting.
about. I kind of used that one to prove a point of
Yeah.
like 2K ratings are like sometimes so egregious. Like,
yeah, they are pretty bad. A lot of the time they are. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have guessed that one if you didn't say the trade one because I immediately
Yeah.
thought of Levine and DeRozan and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
every single trade.
Dude,
Oh,
every
yeah,
single
Levine
one
and
right now.
DeRozan.
They always have DeRozan or Levine in them.
Mhm.
And then getting
We're talking about
into
trades. We should probably talk about that trade real quick.
we're getting into that in a little bit.
yeah, we'll get into it.
Side segments first. Getting into would you rather's. I'll
Oh,
go
man.
first because I really like mine.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Zeke. Your would you rather is going to be Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Tim Duncan or MJ.
MJ,
Tim Duncan or LeBron.
LeBron.
Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant.
Here we go. I'm going with Tim Duncan.
Okay. Damn, that's comments there right
okay,
there.
my case got the 5
I'm
rings.
not putting this in the TikTok.
2 MVPs. 13 All NBAs
No, I
and 13 All NBA defense in a row consecutive. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Tim Duncan or Magic Johnson.
I'm taking Magic.
Tim Duncan or
Actually-
Kareem. Oh,
I don't know. I guess I'd go
Magic.
Magic just for like
okay.
because he was different. You know.
Tim Duncan or Kareem.
I'm gonna stick with Kareem there.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Shaq.
If I'm trying to like build a dynasty,
Oh man.
a real dynasty, I'm going with Tim Duncan. But, I mean,
Ooh,
Shaq was definitely
okay.
better, like a better basketball player.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Tim Duncan or Larry Bird.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan or Hakeem.
I guess I'll go with Hakeem there, but
Really?
like if we're going off of like pure skill, but like if we're going
Okay.
off of accolades, of course Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Tim Duncan or Bill Russell?
Tim Duncan for sure.
Tim Duncan or Wilt Chamberlain?
Tim Duncan.
Okay. Parker, your would you rather is Tim Duncan.
All right.
Tim Duncan or MJ?
MJ.
Tim Duncan or LeBron?
Braun.
Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant?
I think Zeke already pretty summed it up perfect. I'm not that high on Kobe, but I still respect him, but I'd still put Timmy over him.
Had to include the respect in Kobe. Okay. Tim Duncan or Magic Johnson? I feel like that's actually the hardest
That
one
one's
here.
that one's pretty
That-
hard.
That
Shaq.
one is really tough.
I
That
like
one or
Magic
Shaq?
a lot. I think Magic did more for the game than like Tim did, but I think
okay.
Tim's
But you're going
accolades.
somewhere else.
Tim didn't really like change the game.
He didn't change the game.
If
He
you
was
look
just
at
like a really good
Magic
player in
and
it.
Larry had like a whole. They
Yeah, they
were
changed it.
basketball. They made
Yeah.
basketball for such a long time. So I'd take Magic.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Kareem?
I'll take Kareem.
Tim Duncan or Shaq?
I think Shaq was like more dominant than Tim
Yeah.
ever was.
Yeah.
But like if you're looking at like longevity, like I feel like Tim was more consistent for
Dedication
longer.
to the game.
Yeah, dedication to the
Yeah.
game of
Like
basketball.
if you're a
I'm-
GM,
This is more so
yeah,
like
if
I'm
you're
taking Tim
just
Duncan.
Yeah.
as a player, though, I feel like.
As a player,
For-
of course, Shaq's
yeah.
better.
yeah, as a player, Shaq's better. But if I'm looking to build a team, I want to take Tim Duncan.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Larry Bird?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan or Hakeem?
That one's actually really
That one's
hard.
actually kind of tough.
Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna stick with Tim.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Bill Russell?
Tim Duncan.
And then Tim Duncan or Wilt Chamberlain?
Tim Duncan.
Okay. Best would you rather we've had?
That was a good one.
That one's
That one's
tough.
gonna
to
get
that
views.
one's
That
actually
one's
tough.
gonna
People
get
are gonna
views
be
for
hating,
sure.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's
That
gonna be
one's
interesting.
super opinionated. That's
The Tim and Kobe
Yeah.
one, but I don't even care, bro.
I'll probably put one as Tim and Kobe, one as Tim and Shaq. Or I don't know. That's gonna be hard.
I think you should
decide.
put Zeke
Tim and
as
Shaq
or
Tim
Hakeem.
and Kobe.
Hakeem would be a good one too. Or no, I'll probably put Magic, honestly, for one of them. Magic is a
Okay.
really close call.
All of those, a lot of those were really
Yeah.
close. Besides like the LeBron and MJ.
Yeah, I
ones,
had to
like-
throw those in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was just like-
And then you want to go next since you got
Yeah,
yours?
sure. My would you rather was Miles Turner. So Bryson, I'll start off with you. Miles Turner or Bam?
Ooh, that's tough
Close.
this season. I'll probably still take Bam just because Bam is ridiculous when especially in the playoffs, he's ridiculous. So
Mhm. Miles Turner or Vooch?
yeah, Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Chet?
I'll take Chet, I guess. That's really close, actually. I'll take Chet though. That just seems right.
All right. Miles Turner or Nurkic?
Miles Turner.
Okay. Miles Turner or Brook Lopez?
That's actually a pretty good one. I think Miles Turner. No.
It's
Brook Lopez
really-
has a
That's
good
really close.
defense.
I
That's
feel
a
like-
hard
So
one.
does Miles Garrett. I mean, he was on that list too. I think he was at like 2.3. Miles
Garrett.
Garrett. My bad.
No, yeah, I know. They
Miles
both
Turner.
have insanely good defense. Brook Lopez is averaging 3 blocks a game, though.
Yeah,
Dude,
we're
Brook
talking
Lopez
defense
does
and
not
with
get the
names
love he
Miles.
deserves.
I was just like,
Brook Lopez needs more love.
I do like Brook Lopez a lot, but I'm going to go with Miles Turner because
Okay.
younger, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Miles Turner or Drummond?
Miles Turner, but Drummond is good.
Drummond's been doing okay.
Dude, his rebounding,
His
he
scoring's
stayed
always been-
consistent.
He's
and,
always
like,
been decent. He's always been decent. People just hate on
Shit,
him.
if Andre Drummond stays in the league for like 20 years, he could be chasing like the rebound record.
He
Still.
could.
He,
Yeah,
like, puts
that's
up, like,
true.
A good like 90 or even on bench.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
All right, Miles Turner or Al Horford?
That's also a really good one. It's Giannis's worst nightmare. I'll go Miles Turner for the same reason I did.
Brook Lopez.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
younger and has more potential for the next
Yeah,
few years
smart.
and this season, I think.
All right.
Although, Horford is really good. He can shoot
He's
good.
been doing good this year.
For
He's
how
really
old?
good.
His last year,
He's
but
been
He's,
good, yeah.
he's actually like
He
old,
should
but like
retire
40
after
years
this year.
old.
yeah, he's
He
actually
wants a
so
ring
good
before
for
he
like.
retires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's not happening.
I mean, you never
Not gonna
know.
happen.
Celtics do the same thing every year. They win a ton of games, get the 1 seed, and then
Go to
suck.
the
Yeah.
championship. Eastern Conference
Boston
Finals.
sports in general. I don't know why that doesn't get talked about
Yeah.
more. Boston sports in general. The Boston
Yeah.
Bruins for anyone else who watches hockey. All right, Zeke, your would you rather is Miles Turner. Miles Turner or Bam?
I'm taking Bam.
Miles Turner or Vooch?
I'd go with Miles Turner at this point.
I feel like Vooch's contract looks worse than it
Yeah.
was at the time. Like when they signed him, it was like a really big deal, and that's when like Lonzo was healthy.
Trade and,
They
like,
just brought
put
in
together, like,
Levine.
a really good team. And
I
then
feel
just
like
kinda fell apart.
that
It wasn't
team-
even their fault. Either.
Yeah.
It just happened.
that's kind of like one of my favorite like what if kind of teams.
Yeah.
Because you guys remember when DeMar had like 3 buzzer beaters in a row, and that team was like buzzing.
They were for a fat like week.
Yeah.
They
He
were
was going
solid.
insane
DeMar was
for a
electric,
little bit,
bro.
dude. I know.
He was putting up like 40
People
pieces.
were calling
dude.
him MVP for like a week.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
He turned into TJ Warren in the bubble.
literally. Miles Turner or Chet.
Chet. For sure.
Miles Turner or Nurkic.
I'd go with Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Brook Lopez.
I'd still go with Miles Turner, to be honest.
Okay. Miles Turner or Drummond.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Al Horford.
Miles Turner.
Okay.
Okay.
I like Miles Turner a lot. He's
Me
pretty
too. I wanted the Suns to get him really bad.
Yeah,
I wanted
for
him
a
so bad
while.
on Phoenix, dude. If we could have swapped him for Ayton,
good.
they
I feel
wanted
like
Ayton too.
shit, between the Suns and Lakers, like, you would think Miles Turner played for them. How often he gets
Yeah, I
talked
know.
about.
I know, he should have been a Sun.
He
Yeah.
should have been for sure. We would have been
Should have
cooking
locked
with
in
them.
him and Buddy Hield. You're always like in talks to get
Yeah.
I know.
We would've
Lakers
cooked
too.
with both.
Lakers
of
have
them,
been
bro.
like getting mock trades for Buddy
Every-
Hield
For
and Miles
everyone,
Turner
though.
The
since like 2018.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Lakers
Lakers
get
get
mock
trades
trades
for
for
everyone.
everyone. They have one for like KD right now. It's like gross.
That's funny.
And then you got yours.
Yep.
I forgot we were still on Would You Rather. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So I'll start with you.
Okay.
Your would you rather is CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
So CeeDee Lamb or DK Metcalf?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or Debo Samuel?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans?
CeeDee.
CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
That one's close, but I think CeeDee Lamb has more of a leadership role than he does.
Yeah. Okay. CeeDee Lamb or Devontae Adams?
So. CeeDee this season at least for sure.
CeeDee Lamb or Stephon Diggs?
CeeDee.
Okay. I was gonna say like because
It's somewhat close,
bro
but not really.
Stephon Diggs doesn't even have 1,000
He's
yards
bad
this
this
year.
year.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
is not good this season.
He's been bad this
And
season.
he's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he
He's
sucks.
a diva. CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or AJ Brown?
CeeDee at this point in the season. I already know who the last one's gonna be.
CeeDee Lamb or Tyreek Hill?
Oh, not that. Tyreek.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going Tyreek. I'm surprised Jefferson wasn't on there.
Oh no. Well,
I
he
was
was
wait- I
injured
was
too
waiting
much
for
this
it.
year. I
Yeah,
just
that's
didn't do
He
it.
didn't play that Cavalier.
I'll move on to Parker. So your would you rather is CeeDee Lamb?
All right,
CeeDee Lamb or DK Metcalf?
I'll take CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Debo Samuel?
I like Debo a lot actually, but I think I'm still gonna stick with CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans?
CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I'm kind of with your reasoning on that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna take CD.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb or Devontae Adams?
I feel like if you had, I feel like Devontae was in such a bad situation this year.
Yeah, he does have a
Like he has a terrible like
Dude.
situation that he's in.
That's like the main reason I didn't go with him.
Devontae Adams.
I feel
are
like-
a New York Jet.
If you put him in the same situation as CD, I would take him. But like
Yeah.
as of
know,
right
dude.
now,
That's actually
CeeDee's gross.
that's what I was gonna say with Amon-Ra. If they had the exact same stats as they do right now, but Amon-Ra was on the Cowboys, just a bigger marketed team, I would probably take Amon-Ra.
that's the thing. It's so hard to
I feel
judge
like
him.
it's
CeeDee's
like-
stats are really good
I
this
know.
year.
Yeah.
They're like,
Amon-Ra's like extremely similar though. They had the
Mhm.
exact same stats before the Cowboys Lions game.
yeah, that is
Like
true.
literally the exact same stats.
They are very close. Moving on, CeeDee Lamb or Stephon Diggs?
Stefan's bad, and I don't like his attitude, dude. Like he's
I don't know if it's just December or not, because he always plays bad in December. Have you ever seen that stat?
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people do.
CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase?
I like Jamar a lot. I like the Bengals, but I gotta go CD.
Dude, Jamar Chase still has like 1,100 yards. And
I
he's been
know.
his quarterback for most of the year.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. It's the same like thing with Devontae. It's like situation. You know, like so many teams this year. Like quarterback injuries have been like plagued the entire league
Yeah,
this
dude.
year.
Yeah.
More
It's
than any other.
disgusting. Dude, watching Aaron Rodgers go down after I drafted him and Garrett Wilson, expecting to win the chip this year, actually made me cry.
Dude, Kirk Cousins,
I could have.
rest in peace.
That team could have been something big. Okay, go ahead.
AJ Brown, or well, CeeDee Lamb or AJ Brown? Got sidetracked.
Earlier in the season, I think I would have taken A.J. Brown, but
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either, honestly.
CeeDee
I'm a
Lamb
Cowboys
or
fan.
Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's not that far off now. after
Hey,
that
it's
big
not.
Yeah, no.
game. The
I
gap
just,
is like 80 yards.
I just think
But
it's
also,
it's Tyreek's
Tyreek's down a
speed
game.
and just how good he is. It's ridiculous. CD's good, but by the way,
CeeDee's
guys,
really good.
this is the winning streak aid. If you guys haven't ever
Yeah.
tried it, we're gonna be selling it soon. We made it ourselves. So, getting into start bench cuts.
Oh yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Mine is basically the
Is it
MVP
both of us, or you're
edition,
asking one by one?
one by one.
Okay.
So, Zeke, your start bench cut is Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Jokic. It's a hard one.
You said Jokic, Luka, and
Embiid. I almost
is
threw
really-
Giannis in there instead of Luka, but I was like, he's not that
If
level.
I'm trying to win, I'm going Jokic, Luka, Embiid.
Okay, so start Luka, bench Jokic, cut Embiid. Or start Jokic,
Start
bench
Jokic,
Luka.
bench Luka, cut Embiid.
Okay, I honestly agree with that. Parker, your start bench cut is Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Jokic.
All right. I think I'm going to start Jokic because Jokic is a playoff player. He's a playoff machine, dude. You look at the stuff, he's still, like, averaging gross numbers.
And, yeah, I was going to say regular season and
Yeah,
playoffs.
he's
He
disgusting,
never
dude.
stops.
Like, and he doesn't care about basketball.
You expect inconsistency at some point because it happens to everyone. He just
Bro
doesn't do
only
it.
plays basketball to put food
Yeah.
on the table.
And then I'd say bench Luka because look at what Luka's doing. Look at his
Dude,
team right
it's
now,
gross.
dude.
Yeah, I know.
Kyrie isn't playing half of these games. He dismantled the Suns the other day. Like that
Went for 50.
that was crazy. Like what is he? He's at like, is it 10,000 now? Points?
He just passed 10,000
Yeah.
points.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like it's
He's at
gross
a
what he's doing.
Decent point.
And he's a good
though.
playoff performer. You know, despite the
Yeah.
Mavs not going last year, I think.
It's not on him.
Yeah, I think they need to like.
They just need to build more.
Yeah,
around
they
him.
need
I
to
don't know
build
what
more
they're
around
doing.
him,
Mark
like-
Cuban
Yeah.
needs to- he sold the team.
Or bring in a new coach. I don't think Jason Kidd's that good of a coach.
Luka,
No.
you are a Los Angeles Laker.
And then this might get some hate, but I agree with you. I'd probably bench Embiid because look what he did in the
bench or cut?
playoffs. Like, or cut Embiid.
Yeah.
All he did, I mean,
He's
just,
not a
he's
playoff
just a
guy.
scorer.
Yeah,
Like-
he's a semifinals merchant.
Yeah, he is. Like he's gonna run for MVP. That's what he did last year. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I
Come
think he'll
playoff
probably
time.
win again this year if he
He
keeps it
better
up.
not, bro.
He's
Averaging 35 points.
I know, but his-
yeah,
a center.
35 points is
Yeah.
disgusting, but like
On a really
it's not
good
gonna
team.
carry that team to like a finals. Like you're looking at a guy like Jokic. He's gonna bring in more productivity come like the finals.
yeah, by far.
like
Jokic
Embiid
by
is not a
far the
playoff
better
guy.
player.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was such a big debate last year. Who was better.
MVP is a
I-
regular season
I
award.
stuck
though.
with
Yeah.
I stuck with Jokic, and I'm glad I did because now everyone realizes that he actually is the better.
That
player.
year he probably deserved it, but this year
I still don't know.
Embiid's different.
Yeah.
Embiid he's gonna take it this year, but you know
They
I
do
think
MVP
if, no,
in
I think
twos
if
at
the
this point. That's
Mavericks
just how it
end
is.
up doing something,
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Luka should
Yeah.
100% win over Embiid.
that's
no
what I
doubt.
very
think.
fair. Do you want to go first? Or I got.
You got it.
Okay, start bench cut: De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, and Jalen Brunson. It's mostly for Parker because he was very vocal about
Say
it
it
earlier.
again.
It's De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut Curry. Right? I don't know. It's
Between
really
Brunson,
just
it's really
team,
close
dude.
because
Their stats are so
Curry's
close.
stats aren't that good this year.
I know.
He's
but-
sitting
neither
at
is the
like a little
Warriors.
over 27, and he's only. I think he's only averaging like 4.5 assists.
yeah, his team's really bad though.
Which is
like,
a
around
part
him
of him
right
not
now.
playing
I
like
know.
how he normally does.
He
which is,
can't
like-
do everything like he.
I mean,
always
even
does.
when the Warriors were bad, he's still putting up good numbers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now he's putting up like I mean, those numbers are still like really good, but like they're not.
Not
like,
not what he was.
Yeah,
He's-
it was like.
It's like the first
And
sign of him
that's another
slowing
thing. You
down.
can't expect your star guard that's been on the team for. This is like his 15th season. Right?
Yeah, this might get hate. I'm gonna start Brunson, bench Fox, and cut Curry, because Brunson's been different. I know Fox has been very
Fox has
different,
been extremely different,
but I feel like Brunson's bringing a lot right now.
that's crazy. I would have cut Brunson.
I wouldn't.
And bench Curry.
I think Brunson's been crazy this season.
Okay.
Especially on a
That's
like
huge hot take.
on
You know,
another
that is
team,
crazy.
like,
that deserves its own.
his
post,
team
I think.
isn't like insane either.
Yeah.
At all. Like if you
That's
put
good.
him on
I like it.
if you put them all in the same situation, I feel like he would outperform them right now.
Okay.
Especially because his build too.
Okay, I'll
Zeke-
repeat it for you.
Yeah.
Start bench cut: De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, and Jalen Brunson.
You know how I feel about that Villanova squad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love for all those guys. I love Jalen Brunson. I love Bridges. I love that whole squad. But Jalen Brunson's been doing really good this season. Like,
Yeah.
he's taken a step up these past 2 years.
I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but
They're really good.
they're pretty
Dude, since he's been off the Mavs, like having like a team where he can do
I
his own
remember
thing.
like people really laughed off that deal, and me included. Like
Yeah.
when he got that huge deal. From
I know.
The Knicks.
He showed off in that.
And
in
honestly,
that
now
playoffs.
that deal looks like an underpay.
Yeah.
It
He looks
does.
really good. Like he's an all-star this year, probably.
Yeah.
He is an
He will
all-star
be.
this year, but dude, Fox can't go unnoticed. I start Fox every day of the week. Fox is a beast, dude.
That's fair.
This year, I don't think there's a question. Between Brunson and Curry, that's really close for me. They're pretty interchangeable for me,
I
but
feel like the only reason people are keeping
I don't know,
Curry
but,
in
like-
talks is because his name.
Yeah, but
Be-
also keep in
like-
mind Curry is Curry. Like
I know,
he
but-
can go for
I know, but he's
50
not.
every night.
because of
He's
team
not, though.
success,
He's
currently,
he still had games this year where he's looked.
Yeah.
really
All
good.
three. He just hasn't had as many. As
Yeah, he just
anyone
hasn't
else,
been like
though.
super consistent.
There's so many
like,
players doing way
he
more
lost
than him
his
now.
streak for his
Yeah.
scoring.
And
first
Yeah.
half.
There's so many players doing way more than him right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna say
continue.
I really like Curry. I like what he's done, but currently I'm gonna take Brunson because of team success. You know, Curry's led that team forever, and like now they're finally starting to slow down, and
Okay.
so is he.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
And then your Strowman.
all right.
Oh yeah.
So I'll start with Bryson. My start bench cut is LaMelo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, and Damian Lillard.
Okay, well I'm starting Fox. That's what I know. Between LaMelo and Dame,
That's tough. I was looking at it. I was like,
dude.
oh wait,
If
so it's my
LaMelo
turn.
was on the Bucks right now, come on, that'd be gross.
I don't know. He
I
hasn't.
think
He
so.
hasn't really played with like
Passing to
veteran guys
Giannis,
and stuff
bro.
Like that, though.
If this
Like,
dude was passing to Giannis, it'd be gross. You'd be
I don't
averaging
know.
15 assists
well,
to
it's
Giannis.
still like a little
alone.
like kiddish, you know.
I know
It's
he
just, like-
is, but
Like, I have a hard time seeing him.
It's
with,
'cause
like,
he doesn't-
Giannis, you know, you just.
it's
be
because
like,
he doesn't have to do
goofing
anything. Because the
around,
Hornets are literally a joke of a team. Like he
Yeah.
probably wants out at this point.
Dude,
so,
when they had Miles Bridges in
good-
like what was it, like 2020
setup for
season,
him,
they were
yeah.
like fun to watch.
yeah, but I honestly, like even if you look at stats, I'm gonna bench LaMelo and cut Dame.
Okay, I agree.
Okay,
Okay.
same one.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo, then.
Saves
Yeah.
editing time for me. I'll
Yeah.
keep this part in, guys. Okay, so
Alright.
that was a pretty good one though. Actually, I like that LaMelo and Dame debate is close.
It's definitely close. I thought about it. Like I didn't vocalize it,
Yeah.
but like when I was sitting
Yeah.
there, I was thinking about it. I was just like, you know what? At this
Yeah.
point in time, I'd rather have LaMelo.
I
Yeah,
think
especially since how
I knew
young
Fox
he
would be a
is.
standout, but like
Yeah.
the other
Dude.
two, I knew would be.
I mean,
close.
Fox is like a vet at this point. He just really took
Yeah.
a big step. Like
He
still feels
his
so
most
young to
improved
me.
player window is closed, but he could have had it at one point.
I don't know.
I think it is. There's
There's
a
What were
lot
his
more
stats
improved
last year? He
players.
wasn't maybe 27.
like 26 or 27.
I
He's
think
only
he was
averaging a
like
couple more.
26.
I think it was. Yeah, it was right there.
It was like right in
The difference though between 27 and 30 is being an all-star starter and not being an all-star starter though.
it. Yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
that's true.
We're getting into the blind player stat comparison.
I'm excited for this
It's a
one.
fun one. I'll go ahead and start.
All right.
So, QB1 has a touchdown interception ratio of 28 to 10. He has 3,907 yards, completion of 64.4%, QBR of 56.9, and a passer rating of 96.2.
Oh, I didn't go that in depth in stats. I just went
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
basis.
QB2 touchdown to interception is 27 to 14, so one less touchdown, four more interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
4,183 yards, about 200 more. Completion of
I know who this player
67.2%. I know. So 3 more percent. QBR of 62.5, so about 6 more. And then a passer rating of 92.6, so about 4 less. No guessing for this one. Who would you rather have on your team?
Yeah, I think I know who it is, but
Probably.
Because I know the. I know that.
I know
go
number
with
2.
it. Just go with it. I know number 2 is a lot more obvious than number 1, but
Yeah. What was the yardage on number 1?
3,907, so just a little bit, like
I'm trying to
280.
think who that is. Like, it's like.
You'll see. It's pretty good. It's interesting.
Hmm.
Who would you rather have? He also has 4 less interceptions and 1 more touchdown than player 2. But QB2 has a little bit more yards.
What is the QBR on both?
Player 1 has 96.2. Player 2 has 92.6.
This is actually tough.
It is tough.
It's really like
'Cause I know who the
exactly
second guy
similar
is.
stats.
I know it's Mahomes.
So.
like,
So, who would you rather have, player 1 or player 2?
I guess player 2. I don't even know who player 1 is.
Yeah, I'd take player 2 there.
Player 1 is Baker.
Oh.
Yeah. Going back to my before the season even started prediction of him going off, this dude's putting up Mahomes numbers this year and doing better than him.
Parker, go ahead and do yours. 'Cause
All right.
I'm gonna mix up mine real quick.
My-
I had Mahomes on one.
All right. I did NBA blind stats, so they're nearly identical. It's pretty crazy, actually.
Okay.
You're looking at 13, 11, and 1.5 on 55% field goal versus 13, 11, and 4 on 48% field goal. Nearly identical stats.
Repeat it one more time. I zoned out.
Number 1, 13, 11, and 1.5 on 55% field goal. And number 2, 13, 11, and 4 on 48% field goal.
I think I know. I know. I don't know which one he is, but I know Nurkic is one of them. Probably right. I'm gonna go player 2, even though it's probably Nurkic, and the other one's probably 8. Oh, god damn it! Fucking set me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You, bro.
Yeah, Nurkic has a little bit better stats. It's really close. That's crazy.
Nurkic has been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Last year.
Dude,
Like,
I want to point out I was on that. I want to
I
point
mean, it
out
was
he
never
has
like
been good for the
a
Suns.
super hot take.
Okay.
I just disagreed, and I mean, good for the Suns is a stretch because we've sucked ass.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but look at last night.
Yeah, I guess.
Us beating the Wolves, we looked so good. I want to point that out.
I didn't realize
He
that.
still had like 19 points, despite like
Mhm.
playing with the big 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go ahead and do mine. So,
You didn't. Oh, you didn't pick. But. Play
well,
one or
I
two.
mean, I already know the name.
Yeah.
I would go with Nurkic
Okay.
at that point. Okay, let's just do both for one, honestly, because like as soon as you say
Okay.
the name, it kind of like.
Okay.
Okay, so player A has. Player A has 4,280 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
I know that one.
Yeah, and then player B has 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
You asshole. I'm going player 2.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott's better than Josh Allen. Or is that who it was or no?
No.
Oh, I was tripping.
Who was it? It was Brock Purdy and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought because I thought the first one was Josh Allen for
No.
sure.
Yeah, I take number 2.
Okay.
Brock Purdy does have more touchdowns, huh? Repeat it again.
It was 31 touchdowns and 11 interceptions with 4,280 yards. And Lamar has 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 picks.
Well, yeah, if we're going off,
Let me go.
if we're going off blind, and I didn't know who they were, I would have
Yeah,
picked
you would've
Purdy.
picked Brock Purdy.
But
Yeah.
like realistically, Purdy folds in big situations.
Yeah.
Hard,
Yeah, we saw
and
4
Lamar
picks and
cooks,
selling my
bro.
fantasy.
I'll
Lamar
also
cooks
throw
like
in that Lamar has
crazy.
5 rushing touchdowns. And
Yeah.
I believe Purdy has 3, but it's it might be
I don't
2.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
I
it's
checked
two.
it earlier. I just
We
don't
got to
remember
stop
the
guessing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like it's Lamar and as for like the leadership and stuff.
number. Okay.
So,
Alright.
getting into a debate segment mainly for you two.
Okay.
Who is the better athlete in their sport all time?
Oh, yeah,
Ronaldo
yeah,
or LeBron?
You want to start?
Dude,
I'm gonna go ahead and put out there. I think it's
LeBron
LeBron.
Ryder, Ronaldo Ryder.
I think it's LeBron, but I'm not gonna get too much into it because I
Dude.
don't know enough about soccer. So I'm gonna let you guys
I'm
do
just gonna
this one.
say, like,
point it out, dude.
okay, so like Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Ors, which would be equivalent to MVPs,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, like,
I mean, yeah.
okay, so there's that, and then he has 5 rings. He has 5 Champions Leagues, and then I don't know what his like what he has for La Liga, and I know he has a Premier League, 2 Premier League titles. I don't know.
I think he's got
But-
2 prems.
me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with Ronaldo.
I'm just gonna
lately.
say, oh wait, Ronaldo different.
Dude, it's like, I like Ronaldo, but always been more of a Messi guy. but
Yeah, I don't like LeBron. I'm a Jordan guy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of thing, different
That's why
sport.
this is a fun one.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Braun. Ronaldo low key
Braun is
playing in
just
like a farmers league, bro.
Well, he's old now. That's like.
but so
that's
is
the-
Braun.
That's the equivalent of
Yeah.
Braun going to the Lakers and building a super team like he does every time he goes to another team.
That team is not
He
a
just-
super team,
He
bro.
just
He's
buys
got
a team,
80.
bro. Well, a few years back, like that. It's just like
That's a
he just
That's a
brings
fair-
in
that's
guys
fair
in free
points for
agency
both
every
sides.
But
year.
look what he's doing still. At this age is disgusting. This is like he still puts up like
Bro.
40 every few games.
yeah.
Like
Bro, okay. Ronaldo had 57 goals this year. He was the goal leader.
That's also true. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
For how
I
old?
mean, it
He's
is
like 39.
Okay,
right, or
also
38.
the Saudi league has been building up slowly and slowly.
Yeah, but
they,
like the
they
Saudi-
bring in European stars every year. Like this year, they brought in like the best teams in the Saudi league, which Ronaldo isn't even on the best team in the Saudi league. Like,
yeah, but they just funnel with him. Like they feed him with like the
yeah,
free
why
kicks.
wouldn't they? I mean, they're
How many
it's like-
goals does he have off of free kicks?
I don't think it's that many off free kicks. Pens, yes.
Yeah,
but
pens
it's
and
not
free
that
kicks,
bad.
dude.
I know, it's like he's like a pen merchant. I'll give you
He
that.
is a pen merchant.
But don't foul him in the box, and you won't have to.
You-
That's like saying that somebody's a free
Free
throw
throw.
merchant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was
but
about to
you
bring
can't
that
make
up.
that about Braun. Braun's not a good
Well,
free throw shooter.
yeah, exactly.
But dude,
That's like-
Braun
That's true.
in any sport. Braun had the best title in all the sports. 3-1 comeback. That is the best win in all the sports.
Yeah, that is the best win. in all
Ronaldo
sports.
against,
Don't
against Atletico.
Don't even, bro.
Bro, they were hating so hard, and then he came back. That's what he did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look
3-1
at
though. Come on, that's
Like-
that's
Yeah,
that's
from
literally
game,
never.
from game 1 to game 2, he scored a hat trick.
I'm just saying, dude.
I don't got nothing on that. I don't know.
I think that, I don't know if that was group stage. I think it was semifinals or something like that.
He
but I
he
don't
beat
remember off
the
top of my head.
best team of all time. The
Yeah.
best team of all time with prime Steph.
Ronaldo had to face the Messi, Neymar, Suarez front. That was like the most disgusting front in soccer history right there. And
Dude,
Ronaldo
but that-
was out there beating
They've
him,
just
bro.
had like identical careers in different
yeah,
sports.
honestly,
It's
they're
crazy,
really
dude.
similar careers. Like that's.
I
You
could
can-
go.
you can make
I
it.
could go
And
either
if,
way.
Like if you did some research, like if I had prep on this, like
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I
if we
prepped.
both had
We shoulda-
prep,
we
like
shoulda
we
done
could have
that.
really got like something good at it. But
Yeah.
We'll make that we'll just make it a full video at some
the
point.
difference, okay, my final argument is that I think Ronaldo's still the best soccer player of all time. Because I mean, you can't compare world with club because I mean,
Yeah, it's two
Argentina is
different
one of
leagues.
the best
Mm.
countries for soccer, and
Yeah.
Portugal wasn't known for anything before Ronaldo started playing.
Dude, the last World Cup was like the best World Cup ever.
Dude, it really was.
That was one
They
of my.
cheated.
It was.
They
Mbappe.
cheated Mbappe.
His hat trick. That was gross.
Dude, that was the craziest. That was my favorite soccer
Oh,
game.
keep
ever.
in mind, we're talking about Farmers League. Dude, the French league was garbage.
The French league was
doing
terrible.
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
He literally went for
It
like
was
a
only
whopping 6
Mbappe,
goals, bro.
Dude, I
of the
know.
season.
He's eating it up on Inter though.
Bro, if you
Yeah.
yeah, but it's MLS. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
it's the
at-
same argument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both kind of farmers leagues at this point.
Yeah,
But they're both old.
keep in mind Ronaldo played in Europe longer than Messi too, so there's that too.
So you guys sticking with
Yeah,
your picks?
Yeah, I'm sticking with my pick. I think Ronaldo's really good, you know.
Messi World Cup. World Cup.
You stick with LeBron?
Dude, I could flip either way, but like I'm gonna take LeBron.
Okay.
But I mean, like they're both like different in their own way. Like you know, like
it's
they were
like
just, like-
crazy how identical their
like,
careers are.
dude, both like extremely athletic, like freaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
athletic specimens, dude. Look at Ronaldo's.
Ronaldo's
vertical.
like
It's
6'4",
absurd.
can jump like 5 feet up
Yeah,
in the
Ronaldo
air,
was a
bro.
crazy athlete. I
It's
mean,
disgusting.
like LeBron's different. Like they're both
They're
just
similar. In the
I
way.
mean,
Inhuman.
it's just
For,
crazy, like,
compared to their
inhuman,
sport,
bro.
and they're like
yeah.
being that much athletic than everyone else.
and it's not like
They're
either of them
similar.
are like the head goat. Like,
Yeah,
it's not like a
both of them
Gretzky.
are like
have
arguably
identical
not even
careers,
the best
bro.
player.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in
the
their
thing.
sport.
It's not like a Gretzky or someone like that where it's
Yeah.
like it's not even debatable or like a Tom Brady. You know, you can't debate
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Like,
It's so weird. Like now that we're talking about how
Yeah,
similar
they're
their
really
careers
similar,
are
like,
in
even,
different
like-
sports, scoring titles.
I could really go
MVPs,
either way,
wins.
but
and like they
I'd
could
probably
never
take
match
LeBron.
another guy. Like it's just like
No, yeah,
it's- I mean,
it's
crazy.
absurd, dude.
even though Ronaldo has better club stats than Messi, does, come on.
But getting into the next segment, scared because our overrated
Oh
player
no,
draft,
bro! I forgot about this.
our
I'm
overrated
scared.
player draft bombed on Insta. I mean, did good.
It did
but
good, but it got a
bombed
lot of
for
hate.
comments. That
It
was
was-
it's
still going,
It's
yeah.
still a minefield out there. So for this one, shouldn't get as much hate. underrated player draft. We're
Okay.
gonna pick hopefully 6, maybe 5 players, and whoever has the most underrated team wins. You guys decide. So, same setup. We'll just start with who started
Okay.
last time. Do you remember?
I started.
It was you.
Oh, was it
I
you?
started, and then
I thought it
No,
was
he
me.
started
Yeah, I
last time,
started
so you
last
start.
time.
Okay.
Right.
So with my first pick, I decided I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Because I think so. He's already known as the best power forward of all time,
Mhm.
which is like I don't think that's arguable at this point.
You can make a case for like one of the best centers, dude.
Well, he wasn't really center. He was a
Yeah.
power forward.
I mean, you look at some of the
I mean,
stats
he did play
when he
center
did play
sometimes,
center.
but, like,
Not
my book, he's a
primarily.
power forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter though. But I think they mostly cost him there because then you would have to put him against all the great centers and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think he just played power forward in my opinion.
Yeah.
But so Tim Duncan, I feel like he should be regarded as like a top 5 or like 6 kind of guy, you know.
Okay. That's
So, like-
fair. And people just don't rate
And
him.
my
there.
logic on that was okay. He was first team All NBA as a rookie. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
that is insane.
I don't think it's gotten close to that since All NBA. Like,
No. It is pretty crazy.
like the last player to even make an All Star game as a rookie was Yao Ming, and he had China backing him. He wasn't even that good as a rookie.
No.
So,
they rigged his vote
Bro.
crazy, dude.
so like
okay.
the difference between that, like not only was he an All Star, he was first team All NBA.
Yeah.
Which that means he was the best power forward out of college.
Yeah.
Like that's disgusting. And then he was a 13-time consecutive All NBA and All Defense player.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, actually.
Insane. 2 MVPs, 5 titles. I mean, he averaged 19, 10, and 2 blocks
Yeah.
over his career, and there was some like the back end years where he was just like there.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
I
really
think-
in my book he's like 5.
Yeah. I think people underrate his career, but not him as much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair.
But I do like that pick.
I feel like he gets underrated because of like that Spurs team.
Yeah, a lot of that is.
I feel like
yeah.
they use it against him.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
in
don't
a
know
weird
why
way,
because
yeah.
half that team wasn't even there. They went to the finals without that team. Like
Yeah.
most
I
of the
know.
players on
That's
that team.
that's what I.
I
can't
guess you could
understand.
argue like 2013, 2014, where
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
2013 he was good. Like 2014,
Yeah, he was still good.
I
Yeah.
believe he was
He was
all
still playing.
NBA
Yeah.
still in 2014.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
With my first pick, I am going Pau Gasol. I said he's
I like that pick.
probably the most underrated player of all time due to his exceptional skill and impact on the game. He was a 7-foot forward / center, had like insane basketball IQ, elite passing, polished offense, and he was a cornerstone for the championship teams every year. Impact was beyond statistics. He elevated his teammates, played a big role in the Lakers' title runs in 2009 and 10. Unselfish defensive presence and fundamentals
Okay.
made him insane.
I mean that duo with Kobe. is
He
just-
gets he gets
that
overrided
duo
by
with Kobe
Shaq.
elevates Kobe to top 10.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean it kind of does.
without
he was,
it,
he was
I mean, did you
ridiculous.
see, those Lakers teams were horrible. in
yeah.
that
He loved Pau
Without
Gasol
him.
too.
Yeah, they were like best
Kobe.
friends.
Kobe hasn't made it known that Pau Gasol is one of the most underrated players as well, but people
Yeah,
still don't
yeah.
talk about it.
I feel like he gets overrated because of Shaq.
Kobe.
Who? Oh,
Yeah.
I was like Pau Gasol.
It took me a second. I was like, huh? And then I figured out what you meant.
I figured.
How did this
I
turn
wanted
into
to make
hating
sure.
on Kobe?
We should probably get off this topic.
Yeah.
Parker.
All right, my first overall pick, ideally the perfect point guard, John Stockton. So
that's
all-time
big,
assist
too.
leader, all-time steal leader by a very large margin.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever touch it.
Nobody's never gonna touch that dude. Like, due to his lack of a chip, he's always gonna be like looked at as one of those guys. But
Yeah.
he doesn't get talked about
He isn't.
at all. He averaged the most assists ever in a season, 14.5.
14.5. I mean, the only guy that really got close was that 1 year with Rondo.
Mhm.
I know, dude. I was just about to bring him up too.
He led the league in assists for 9 straight seasons, which again,
Yeah.
most ever. Never had any physical gifts, but always shined on the court. And like he rarely ever missed a game. That
Don't
doesn't
say
get
it.
talked about enough, dude. Like,
yeah,
he
he's
was an
very
Iron Man,
underrated.
dude.
I like that pick.
I mean, even like you compare his career like side by side with like Magic, he's not even that far off
Yeah.
Magic.
Dude,
which
he-
is
It's
crazy.
just
like,
titles.
if you're
Yeah.
looking for like an idealistic point guard, John Stockton is that guy.
If he had like 3 titles, he'd
And
be
then I could say
considered
something
the
about
GOAT,
like the
honestly.
problems he had with his duo
as a point guard. Yeah.
Dude, look at all the. You know why
It's hard
Karl
to be such a
Malone?
great, nice man like John Stockton.
You know why Karl Malone is so high up? Like, you know why Karl Malone has so many points? Because of John Stockton.
Yeah, that's true. honestly.
If you get John Stockton feeding you the ball like 15 times a game,
Bro, come on.
I was cooking right there.
No.
Okay, your
All
turn
right.
again.
And then my number 2 pick, I had Bulls and Bad Boys Pistons legend Dennis Rodman.
I like it.
Arguably one of, if not the greatest rebounder basketball has ever
Non-arguable.
seen. I don't think it's
not,
arguable.
honestly.
I love Dennis Rodman.
He's the all-time rebound leader, right?
I don't think
don't know
the
anymore.
all-time, guys like Wilt and stuff exist, but they didn't even like track it.
I
so.
don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't think
You keep
so.
talking. I'll look it up.
It's always Jordan and Pippen, and everyone seems to forget about Rodman, even though 91-92, he averaged 19 rebounds in one of the most physical eras of all time. He led the league in rebounds for a record of 7 straight years, and he had 2 Defensive Player of the Years and 5
Yeah.
chips.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
made that
his
stat up.
his career is actually insane.
It's Will.
Yeah.
I agree
And
with
then
that one.
Bill
His
Russell.
career was ridiculous, and he gets overlooked. Him and Scottie Pippen get overlooked because of Jordan. So, with my second pick, this wasn't. I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with him because you guys were just talking about that Spurs team, and I'm concerned one of you is gonna take him first.
Oh, no.
Tony Parker.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tony Parker's status comes from his consistency, speed, and clutch performances. They were absolutely instrumental in the Spurs championships.
Very good at basketball. Manu Ginobili too. That
Yeah,
whole team's very
yeah.
underrated.
His floor leadership, ability to control the game, international career make him a prime example of an underrated NBA great because no one talks about him ever.
Yeah.
And he's one of the
always
greatest
Duncan.
international players ever.
Yeah.
So, and no one talks about it. He's one of the big reasons that Tim Duncan was what he was too. So,
Okay.
it's my second pick.
I can't agree.
It's
With,
also like besties
I
with
can't
Wendy.
disagree.
Yeah. And then you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So my second pick is Hakeem Olajuwon. I feel like
Okay.
a lot of people I was before I made this pick, I was just thinking I want to see what people have in their top 10.
Okay.
He's
And
in
I
nowhere.
rarely half the time he was top 10, and if he was in there,
He was like
10.
9 or 10.
I know, it's weird.
And it's weird when you look how dominant he was, especially
Yeah.
in game. He'd be putting guys like Shaq in the ringer.
yeah.
I was
He
going to
was
say, it's
insane.
always
He'd
him
be
and
going
Shaq are paired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just have to put them together. If you talk about Shaq, then you have to keep in mind that he got messed up by Hakeem.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
Hakeem
the
had him in a
entire-
box.
Like his first 4 seasons, he was just
Yeah.
in the ringer.
Which is understandable, but it's not. It doesn't
Yeah,
change
Shaq
anything.
literally says the reason he put on all that weight was he was getting tired of getting bullied in the post. By
I remember that.
and
So,
I mean,
okay.
I can get into his stats a little bit. He was
Disgusting.
1 MVP, 12-time All-Star, and All NBA. All-time leader in blocks.
Yeah.
Who's
His defense absolutely elevated him to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
a
He was
different level.
a 9-time All Defense.
Jesus.
He has 2 Finals wins, 2 Finals MVPs.
Yeah.
He went to another Finals and lost in '86.
Yeah. Other than
Good
that,
team.
he had a
Very,
perfect
very
career
good
for
player.
himself.
Yeah,
Really, his field goal was never that bad. Nothing
he was great
ever
on
that bad.
offense. He'd be
Yeah. Because
only player,
every center
one of the
should be
4
that.
players to have a quadruple double. He almost
Yeah,
had 3
That is true.
on multiple
It's
occasions.
crazy,
So, I mean,
actually.
One game he literally had a 6x5, which is insane.
Yeah, I know. He's actually ridiculous. So, was that your second or?
Yeah, that was my second pick.
All right, what's
So
your
you'd
3?
be going again, right?
I go for 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Dominique Wilkins.
Okay.
That's
I had
a
him lower
really
on my
good
list.
pick.
That's a
Dominique
great
Wilkins, I believe.
It's a great.
I
pick.
believe he averaged 25 points for 9 years straight.
I think it was
in
something
an
like that.
era with Michael Jordan.
He was playing against the best of the
Bird.
best. That's
Yeah.
why he doesn't get talked about.
Yeah,
is 'cause
honestly, people
his
literally
calm.
think of when they think of Dominique Wilkins, they think of him in the dunk contest.
I know.
He
I
was
don't
one
get
of the
that.
best
Just
forwards
players
of his
in
era.
gen-
Like,
yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
he was so dominant as an offensive.
was- I mean,
player.
Being one of the
made
best
those
forwards
Hawks
in
games.
Jordan's era is ridiculous.
Crazy. I mean-
Especially when you don't get talked about ever.
Mhm.
That's a good pick. I do like that one.
He's very good, very
That's a
underrated.
good pick.
My third?
Third.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
My third pick, moving to the NFL,
Okay.
Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Todd Gurley's
I like
impact as a running back was undeniable in his prime with the Rams. Combination of speed, power, and elusiveness made him completely dominant. Led the league in rushing touchdowns and yards from scrimmage, and his versatile skill set and ability to change the game as a runner and receiver, just his legacy was tarnished for no reason. No one talks about him. And he was one of the best of this century.
Yeah, I
think.
feel like if you ask people what they think of Todd Gurley. They don't think of that he almost won MVP.
I know. Yeah, he could have easily won.
I don't know.
Not should have. Could have.
Yeah, I was
easily
gonna
won
say
MVP.
could've.
I meant to say could have. But
Yeah.
he's absolutely one of the most underrated running
He was
backs.
very
of all
good.
time.
I think a lot of it he just retired really early.
He did.
Yeah,
I know.
he
That's
could
the
have
thing.
played like 3.
He could have
4
switched
more years.
teams and done
I
something
mean, he was
crazy.
playing for Atlanta.
Yeah.
The touchdown
Him on the Rams though
when he
was
lost the game.
just
Yeah,
absolutely
Rams Todd
different.
Gurley
dude.
was different.
I know. Rams just have always had different players,
Mhm.
like for no reason.
Yeah, they're a good team
All
for
right.
running backs. Kareem Williams.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3 pick, NBA again, Alex English. So in the
He was
80s,
on my list.
Okay, that's
Hey.
a good one.
in the 80s, he never averaged less than 20 points per game. Since 1982, he had 8 consecutive All-Star appearances, scoring champion in 1983, and the first player in history to score 2,000 points in 8 consecutive seasons. Dude was a beast.
He's the all-time leading scorer in the 80s, right?
That's a solid pick. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, damn.
I don't know
Very
why
good.
he doesn't get
Alex
talked
English-
about
that
enough.
whole,
Alex English
that
is
whole
easily
Denver
one of the-
team was good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
he
that's the one of the most
he was a
underrated
monster in
teams
the
ever.
80s.
It was a
Like,
good team.
That's one of the most underrated teams ever by far.
I mean, they weren't like good, but like
yeah,
they-
could've
but
been,
he
though.
was a
Yeah,
monster,
they just
dude.
need- Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they hold the record for most points scored in a game. I mean, they went for
Yeah.
like almost 200 points
Yeah.
one
It's
time.
disgusting, actually. And then you
All
want to do
right.
your 5th pick?
my number 4, I said Larry Sanders. Owns NFL record for career receptions amongst running backs. Nearly had back-to-back 100 catching seasons, but was literally 1 catch short. And
That's
he,
actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
dude, he was like revolutionary for like not just throwing the
Receiving
ball to
backs,
yeah,
yeah.
receiving backs.
Yeah.
He was like crazy for that, and he
He
doesn't
changed
get
it.
talked about at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So this would be my
4th pick, right? My 4th pick, very, very unpopular opinion. This one might. It's gonna be like, oh yeah. Okay. Golden Tate,
Okay.
Oh,
receiver.
Golden Tate was very good.
Yeah.
He was very
Golden Tate is widely regarded as one of the most reliable and productive receivers in the NFL. Throughout his career, demonstrated like insane route running. He was disgusting.
Jumping into
Um,
the band.
Yeah, like insane route running, sureheadedness, and he had crucial plays constantly. He was always doing something crazy to help his team. His versatility, as a receiver, and his capability to create yards after the catch, made him valuable for every single team he played for, and he's literally never talked about when it comes to receivers, because he doesn't have like top receiver ever stats.
Yeah, but he
But
was good.
prime,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was good.
he was disgusting.
I feel like
Like
there
if your
was
team could pick up Golden Tate, like you were gonna have like a better receiving season.
Yeah, and dude, he was an absolute troll too. Everyone
Yes,
hated
bro.
him. It was
Mhm.
hilarious.
Doing like
You-
cartwheels. And
exactly, and if you
Yeah.
played against him, you were gonna do worse just because of that.
he
alone.
kind of reminds me of like the AI of the
Dude,
NFL
as
in
a
like
Cardinals
a way,
fan,
just because
during
like
that era,
persona
like,
wise.
to
Golden
watching Golden
Tate era.
Tate on the Seahawks, like it was just like
It was
infuriating,
insane.
bro.
So yeah, that's what he's one of my favorite players of all time in the NFL too. So
It's a fun guy
watching
to
him
watch.
was he was like when I was really starting to watch football.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn, this dude's cooking.
Okay, so this would be my 4th pick. I'm going with Phillip Rivers.
I skipped one. That's why. That's a really good pick.
Okay, Phillip Rivers. I would like to say he's sitting at 63,000 yards on his career. Those
Around
Charger
there.
teams were never bad
No.
when he was
No,
a
dude.
quarterback.
They were just
He made
Like,
he
they
made
literally-
that
It was a
Chargers
bad
team-
era for him to play.
Bro.
Like really. Like
Yeah, honestly,
some of the best
that team
quarterback
was
play of
so
all time.
different in the era.
Yeah.
that
Dude,
played.
he put the
literally-
Chargers on the map. Like,
Yeah, honestly, there was a gap there from like probably like 95 to like 04 where they just weren't doing
Yeah.
anything. Like,
I do like that pick.
yeah,
It's-
I like
honestly,
that
it's
pick.
hard to
a lot of
disagree with
was
that
just
one.
like management issues too. But
Yeah,
I mean, he
for
had
sure.
great teams like the 2007 AFC Championship game. He played with a torn ACL the entire game.
Yeah, he was one of the toughest quarterbacks of
Yeah.
all time.
Super
And just
tough,
no, like,
underrated.
people talk about him, but they
The
don't really
trash
talk
talk
about how
clips
good
of
he
him
really
are
was.
great. I mean,
know. He's funny too, and
you could say he
he's
probably
still-
should have retired instead of going to Indiana, but he was
Yeah.
like, Indianapolis, they were fine. Like, he was
Yeah.
just like,
They
I mean,
weren't
I think he
bad,
got hurt,
just-
so I mean,
yeah.
there was something there. But
I
he was good.
think so. Yeah, he
He was
was.
very good quarterback. One of the best of
then-
his era and very underrated.
You want to do your 5th?
Okay,
Let's
I'll go
go.
ahead and do my
I think we can do
5th pick.
6 because you guys haven't taken one of them.
Yeah, I have.
I only have one left that isn't.
I got a
locked.
whole long list, you know.
I have 2.
With my 5th pick, I have Frank Gore.
Damn, that's a good one.
Frank Gore
He is pretty underrated.
is second
he
all
played
time
for
in rushing
so
yards.
long, dude.
But a lot of that,
he
like,
played for so disgustingly long.
um,
He just recently retired a couple years ago, didn't he?
I don't even know if he's official retired.
I was gonna say I don't even know that he's retired yet.
I thought he did like last
Keep
year.
talking, I'll look it up.
Okay, so I mean, Frank Gore was just, I mean, he's an unbelievable player, tough. He's gonna get those yards, you know, like he was like,
He's an Iron Man, dude.
On the Niners, he was like different for like a decade.
Yeah. Oh, he retired in 2022 when he was 39 as a running back.
Yeah,
Dude, 39 years old.
As
as
a
a
he was
running back.
closing in on his son being in the league at the same time.
No. Yeah.
As a
that's
running back, that's gross.
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
39 as a running back, and he literally started in 2021 for the Jets. He was the main back.
Yeah, that's true. And he didn't do bad.
He didn't
either.
do bad that year.
he
He
didn't.
was,
He was on people's fantasy team.
yeah.
So that's a good
I
pick.
mean, Frank Gore, he's just.
He's just
I'm a big Frank Gore
underrated,
fan, to be
yeah.
honest.
So, getting into my final pick before the one I sent you guys earlier. My fifth pick is Lamar Odom.
Okay.
His basketball IQ, unselfish play, made him a key contributor to championship-winning teams like the Lakers. His ability to impact the game in various ways on offense and defense. His underrated skill set. He's just very underrated. No one really talks about him. And he did do a lot in the league.
People
for
know
a lot
Lamar
of teams.
Odom because he dated a Kardashian.
I know. That's
like-
the only reason people
insane.
know
I
him.
know.
He was a very good, like,
He was.
very good player.
I agree.
It low-key wrecked his career.
Well, I don't know. There's another thing in his life that wrecked his career.
We'll go past that one. So, Parker's pick. It's fourth and fifth for you?
5th and 6th.
Are we doing 6?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Fifth and sixth.
If you guys want to do
Yeah,
6th.
yeah.
I'll do six.
I do. I didn't get
Go
my,
to 10
I didn't,
if
I
I
didn't
wanted
get,
to.
Yeah.
I didn't get my best one out
I
yet.
got a whole list.
My number 5, dude, we all picked a different Spurs player.
I was-
Literally. Are
I
you
knew-
going
as
with
soon as
Manu?
you...
Yeah, I'm going with
knew.
Manu. Played alongside Timmy D and Tony Parker,
Robert
but
Horry
he-
up
if
there.
there's any one of them that never gets talked about, it's Manu for like whatever reason. Again,
That's-
Yeah.
great international player.
Well, I mean, when you
Between
think
him and Tony, though, it's
Well, I mean-
equal, I think.
I feel like he gets talked about less than Tony.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
Manu
quite a
was
bit.
like,
There's different
on the bench,
phases
like,
of
Sixth
on the
man of the
bench.
year in 2008,
Yeah.
2 All-Stars. He almost averaged like 2 steals a game at his peak. Like people don't like recognize his
And-
perimeter
yeah.
defense was like really
Gross.
he stuffed Harden in that game.
good. Yeah.
What? Okay.
This guy's a freak.
My bad.
That's a
And-
common basketball term.
My 6, I said Kane Anderson. 1 Offensive Player of the Year, 1 MVP, and a Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Has continued to be snubbed from the Hall of Fame for some reason. They always like every single year, they're like, we're gonna push it back another year, and he's like never put in the Hall of Fame, even though he should be.
Yeah.
Like he revolutionized that Bengals offense.
Yeah.
I can never understand it why they don't put him in the Hall
It's
of Fame
weird.
yet.
I don't know. I mean,
They
like,
don't put a lot of people in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, especially receivers. It's pretty
Yeah.
tough.
So, getting into my sixth and final pick, my best pick, I think, like
Okay.
underrated sports-wise, O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
As a sports player, guys, hear me out.
This is a great guy.
Great guy.
His exceptional speed, not exceptional, unhuman-like speed, agility, and vision on the field earned
Yeah.
him numerous accolades, including 5
Great
Pro Bowl
hands.
selections and the NFL MVP award in
90.
73. Running back winning
Yeah.
that. Despite his
2,000
later,
yards in a 14-game season.
dude, I know. Like
Dude,
I didn't even mention that.
disgusting.
2,000 yards in 14 games is disgusting, especially the game against the Bears where he had like.
Dude, and then when he...
What do you have against the Bears?
His
Like
accept-
320 or something that game, or 340? Like it was a
No,
lot.
Nobody's broken 300,
I swear it was a lot.
but
I'll look it up after
it was
this.
probably a lot.
But
I know what you're talking. He went for
despite
like, at
his
least 290
legal
or something like that
troubles, his impact on the game
Despite his
of
legal
Put it
football
over the table.
cannot be denied.
I can't get it.
And he
Turn-
remains
turn it
he
off.
remains one of the, if not the most, like talented and influential running back in history. I don't know. I mean, who's like realistically that much better?
Honestly, he was beloved before he murdered his wife. So I mean, like,
yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Like-
loved him.
I can't really name
that was
a running back who was genuinely better in their career than he was when he was
Okay.
playing.
I was gonna say
So-
like all time. I was like, I
No.
go with like Barry Sanders.
Yeah, like
But,
as like career wise, sure, but
Um,
player wise, I don't know if there was a better NFL
pick.
player
I like
than O.J. Simpson. I love O.J. Simpson.
You did not need to do that one. Okay. So with my last pick, I'm going with Clyde Drexler.
Okay.
Clyde
good one.
Drexler was Clyde the Glide.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Electric.
He was
bro.
good. He was
really
he's
good.
a fun player.
One of the most underrated defenders of all time.
Yeah,
He
one of the
went
most
for, like,
electric players of all
10
time.
plus steals. Like
I was gonna
a
say
dozen
he has had
times,
like
bro.
multiple like double-digit steal games.
you guys took my segment. Yeah. So I go with that. Honestly, that's all I really got to say.
Okay.
He's really good.
That's fair.
Best shooting guard besides Jordan in that era. So I mean, like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Honestly, sorry for the can opening. It's a long episode, so we're trying to get some drinks. Getting into that was a good draft. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
hard one for people to pick on. Honestly,
the only
It's-
picks I can think of are probably like my first few picks. People will be like, Tim Duncan isn't that good.
I
or
know.
something
No,
like
people are
that.
gonna say like that's not underrated players. or
I
something.
feel like mine pretty good. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think
I
considering
started
my
cooking
list
towards the back
didn't
end of
have
my
a
list.
single big name player, it might get favored, but
I
They're
think
all
my
really
my
good.
biggest one was probably like
I didn't have a big
Stockton
name
or
at all.
Rodman, but mine. I also want to give a
Yeah.
honorable mention to
throw
Kevin
some
McHale.
honorable- Yeah, that's a good pick. I like it.
Kevin McHale, honorable
I had
mention.
Dikembe Mutombo on mine. He was very underrated.
That's a really good.
That's a good one.
Four-time Defensive Player of the Year. Very impressive.
Uh,
I would have just put him on the list. Honestly.
Kevin
honestly.
Johnson.
It was him or Clyde. I was gonna pick either.
Matumbo is very, very underrated.
Yeah.
But getting into that was like basic, or this is I guess a side segment. Getting into our personal top 5 point guards in the league currently.
Okay.
This is gonna stir up some. All of these are gonna stir up drama today. It's gonna be fun.
Who wants to start first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
My number 1 point guard in the league, clear favorite. It's not really a competition.
No.
Luka.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Tyrese Halliburton,
Okay.
and then number 3 is Shea.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4, Trae Young.
Okay.
Look at his stats before you start hating on him. Screw all the
I feel like Trey
haters.
isn't even debatable if he's not top 5 anymore.
I
Like
hope
he's
not.
very good.
People just hate him so much.
Very good.
And then number 5, I have De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
That's my top 5 list. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm excluding anyone that I can think of right now.
That's fair.
People are gonna be pissed about like Dame or something, or they're gonna be pissed about Curry.
Yeah, Curry mostly.
So,
All right.
moving to yours.
My number 1, not debatable, Luka. But my number 2, I actually had Shy. What he's doing for that OKC team is gross, dude. Like,
I just can't look at a player getting 20 and 20 back-to-back nights with 0 turnovers and say that there's someone.
yeah,
good
his-
at him.
his
That
play-
was disgusting. dude. And that's-
Tyrese's
I mean, what
player
he's done this
efficiency.
Did you
season.
guys watch it on the second game? He was cherry picking.
It
so
doesn't
bad.
matter. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
he
They were
was.
having him run around
I
the
know.
baseline.
Dude,
and, like,
Hey,
but
he still got
Tyrese's player efficiency is disgusting.
Yes, it's so gross.
Um,
He's very good.
But Tyrese is my 3. My number 4, I had Fox. I don't know why he's getting no coverage at
Yeah.
all. Like you
I
look
know.
at those top 3 guys, they're all getting like
The team's good.
post
too.
after post.
Yeah.
It's a great team. Like they're gonna be a good team for a few years to come now.
Oh yeah,
But,
for sure, no doubt. They're watching
but,
college games probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Fox.
college games, Bo Nix went for 5 TDs and they blew out Liberty.
Speaking of college games, not to interrupt you, we should go to a sports bar for lunch.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, mine's kind of interchangeable, like you guys were talking about. I put Curry over Trey just because their teams are both bad, but
Dude, I don't get how the Hawks are still so bad. They really aren't.
Dude,
that
it's just
bad.
the whole team.
I
bro.
know.
it's
they
it's a
shouldn't be,
management
though.
thing, dude. Is Clint
I
Capella
don't
still
know.
on the team? Have they
Yes.
not traded him yet?
Clint-
They should have traded
I
him
wish
like
Trey
forever
was
ago and just blown
somewhere
it up.
else.
Well, I think that part of the, because I mean they were good a few years back, dude. I don't really get what's going on with time management.
No.
But
John Collins
so that
ruining.
Yeah, John Collins and they traded him.
blew it up.
Whatever. They didn't even blow it
Yeah.
up, bro. They
Yeah.
brought
They-
in Dejounte
Oh, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
did
Oh, yeah,
nothing,
true.
bro.
DeJounte
No, I said
hasn't done
he blew it
anything.
up.
Yeah. I mean DeJounte's
It was
good.
just not that. I mean, it's pretty similar, other than
Yeah.
Yeah, and then honorable mention, Jalen Brunson. Love him. You
Over
know what he's
Trey?
doing for the Knicks. I had Trey and Curry as like
okay.
interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
could
fair.
go either way with that. And then Brunson, honorable mention.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. So my top 5 point guards, I'm going with the obvious Luka first, and then second Shea. I'm gonna go with Shea.
Okay.
I don't know why I stuttered when I said Shea. That was weird. Third, I'm going with Trey. He's been different
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm high on Trey. He's very good. This
I
year.
like it over Hallie though. Is where that's
Hallie's numbers aren't.
yeah. Okay.
If we're going scoring, they're not.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a gap.
Trey's good scorer, so that's okay. That's fair.
Yeah, but I feel like where I'm kind of off on Trey is he's able to put up like empty stats.
Yeah, but I mean, that Pacers team isn't that good.
They were going on a heater.
Yeah,
dude.
but it was just when they were trying to get that bonus.
I kind of called it though. Like
so I mean,
they were gonna end up like the Jazz last year. Like they're gonna be good, but they're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
So
my argument with Trey there is like, I mean, Trey will be going for like 30 and 10 like nearly every single night.
I know.
And I mean, like, it's like the same deal with like Tyrese Halliburton. He'll go for 20 and 10 every single night too. And,
Trey
like,
just
this is how
seems
it is.
like he just seems like he can do it more efficiently. Like as stupid as it might sound,
Like,
Trey is
then-
so efficient every year.
His turnover ratio isn't that good.
It's not as-
Yeah, he has
I
a
mean,
his
it's
assist
not as
turnover
close
ratio
as,
is-
like Tyrese Halliburton.
No.
But so my fourth I had De'Aaron Fox, and then fifth I had Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. That one.
And
we
then
all
the
had, like,
gap,
the same
the gap
players.
between Trey Young and De'Aaron Fox for me is just the assist difference. I mean, scoring isn't
Yeah.
that far off. I would like to say Trey Young's sitting at 29.
I think it's 27. I might be wrong.
I think Curry's at 27 right now. So I don't know. Let's see.
All right, shall we move on?
Hold on, I forgot to look up O.J. Simpson's yards against the Bears. Give me
You
one
just
second,
put
we're
it. You
both
can
gonna-
put it on the screen for the one clip.
Should do that. Yards against Bears. Okay, guys. O.J. Simpson had.
Just got me geeking, dude. That's why I mispronounced Shay. It's cold out here.
Dude, one of the clips I was tripping, dude.
It's not.
I
showing
couldn't.
up now.
I couldn't pronounce like something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh wait, it was.
It was like wide receiver or something. You said like
Yeah, something
you
like
said
that.
like why would we?
I had to like totally restate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Getting
It's the best thing to do
into
sometimes, but just
the
restart.
Knicks Raptors trade.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Do you have all the details and everything out?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that hard. I think we just know it anyways.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna be-
Raptors got a second-round pick, Emmanuel Quickly and R.J. Barrett,
And
And
DiVincenzo.
for OG Anunoby.
And Precious Achiuwa.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I didn't realize it was that much.
I low key like the trade for both teams. I thought.
Honestly, it's
I
like
I
two
thought when I
teams
was
trying to
looking
mix
at
it up. It's I think that's a better OG for the Knicks is gonna be better. But
when
also,
I was looking at it at first, before they announced the picks, I was thinking the Raptors won that for sure. But with the picks, it's pretty close. But when ESPN did you see ESPN graded it like a C for the Raptors?
Yeah, that's dumb. I don't
Like,
agree.
why are
I mean,
you?
I do think OG Anunoby is very good.
I think RG Barrett is.
There's not
bro,
the good. He's
done.
smart.
He's
Bro,
gonna
not
gonna
good.
cook in his home country.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
I
a
mean,
good point.
there's been plenty of players that did.
He wants to.
Crap
He
on
said
one
he
team.
must have.
he wants to
He
play
must
for
have.
the Raptors, dude. He was a Raptors fan growing
Yeah.
up. He said like all along he
That's a
wants to
good
be a
point.
Raptor.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of players too who have been like
Canada.
who have been really bad
Dylan Brooks next.
and then switched teams and done good. Like Dylan Brooks, exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, they should be looking to bring in Dylan Brooks, bro. If they made like an all
Yeah.
Canada team,
That'd be
it
sick.
makes sense, honestly.
And
Bring
then,
in
like,
Shy.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like they gave up a
because-
little, a tiny bit too much.
Honestly, I don't.
The Raptors should have rebuilt long ago.
OG is like
Yeah, it's too late.
They
for
need
a
to get rid of Siakam.
honestly since
Keep
the,
Scotty.
Knicks are trying to still make playoff runs, so I mean, I think OG's
Yeah.
a better pick there.
I know,
OG's
but
a
they
OG's
just
a
got
If they
rid
could
of
have
a
kept
lot
it
of
Emmanuel
depth,
dude.
quickly, well, it was
I know,
really
getting
just
rid of Quickly is
Emmanuel
huge,
Quickly
too.
and
Yeah.
RJ
Precious
Barrett.
is also a
RJ
good
Barrett's
bench
is
guy.
good.
Though. He's
Well,
a good bench
not
guy.
bad.
But,
Yeah.
like he's not like crazy.
plus a pick. Like,
You
well,
could
he-
maybe put him like
Precious is going to the Knicks, so I mean, like,
oh yeah.
yeah, but like you could put him like 6 man if you wanted. Or
I guess, yeah, he's
Yeah,
a good piece.
he's a good
I like
depth
that.
piece.
I like that
but-
trade for the Knicks, to be honest.
I like it
Yeah.
for both sides.
I think it was about time they moved on RJ Barrett.
I think if you want
Yeah,
like
it was
got-
for sure.
They
If you
got
want a
what they
contender-
needed out of it. I
After
think they
last
should have
season.
tried their best to keep Emmanuel Quickly because I think Emmanuel Quickly's.
He's gonna
I
be a
didn't
star.
yeah I didn't think they
I
had
don't
to
know
give him
about
up.
star. He's been in the league
Honestly,
for
he
like
could be
3
at some point.
years.
He's like a solid player. He's like above average role player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
For
I
sure,
think,
good
um,
6-man piece. I think he's first and 6-man of the year right now, so that's a trade.
Yeah,
He-
after
he
last
should
year
be-
with the
he'll
RJ
be
Barrett
good on the
posters
Raptors.
and stuff after the Knicks lost. That
Yeah.
was bad. I'm surprised
Dude.
they didn't do it sooner.
OG, they picked him up pure defensive.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
why
For
they're
sure.
picking him up.
I mean, they don't
need
have
to bring
a lot of
somebody in
defense.
at like the All-Star, like before the deadline, that can like Zach LaVine. They need to bring in like Zach
Yeah.
LaVine. And
I
make,
think
like, a
they'll
big
get
team.
one of the.
The Knicks are a fun team to watch. Like I'm not
Even
a Knicks
DeRozan
fan,
wouldn't be
but
bad. They just need somebody that can score.
Yeah,
And
which
Julius
either of them
Randle
can.
isn't
That's
doing
all.
it, bro.
That's all.
Randall
DeRozan
Randall
and-
had one good season, and he's like
You know what you have to do to get dissed by Ken Carson on a song,
a lot.
and be an NBA player at least. I mean, like
Yeah, that's true. But so I mean, I'm
random stray. for
I'm
no reason, that's the
50-50 on
course.
it. What do you think?
I think the Knicks won it, to be honest.
Okay. and then
Because I think seconds aren't that valuable, and then
Yeah,
I mean,
seconds are
honestly,
alright.
RJ Barrett just isn't
Oh,
like
there's
unless
some
RJ
good
Barrett goes
classes.
nuclear or something, which I don't think he will.
I think he's gonna have
Okay.
more of a will to play on the Raptors
Maybe.
than he did on the Knicks, and I think it's
I'm assuming he'll probably start, right?
he's gonna start. There's no reason they wouldn't. They want to develop guys like him quickly and like.
I'm
Scotty.
assuming quickly will probably stick on the bench.
Really?
He was playing 6-man. He's a really good 6-man.
I think they're gonna develop quickly.
Maybe.
I mean,
Scotty and
they're
RJ
gonna
could be
develop quickly.
Scotty and RJ could turn into a good duo. If,
Yeah,
if RJ decides to.
That would be kind of.
dude,
take some
my
notes from
thing is,
Scotty.
I know we were talking about this a bit in like the other
I see
group
a
chat.
chance of quickly and Scotty being a better duo though.
Yeah. I said that RJ's not gonna have as much pressure on the Raptors, and they're like, "Well, he didn't have pressure on the
I
Knicks."
mean,
I'm like,
Scotty
"Yeah,
Barnes
he
did
did."
develop
Yeah,
a
he did,
lot
for
this
sure.
year. I mean, that team isn't that bad. They could use
Yeah.
like a center.
The Knicks were expected to be like a contender.
and Levine.
The Knicks are
I
trying to
don't think they
contend.
get both. They would have to trade Pascal for sure
Yeah,
to get that done.
At this point, they.
Dude,
are
they
probably
should have
going to
traded
anyways. Might as well
Pascal
just
Yeah.
get more.
after
Years back,
Yes.
bro.
After
After, the final.
championship. Yeah.
His value has diminished so much, and it makes me so sad to see.
And he's still good, but
As
like,
soon
he's
as
not,
Kawhi
like-
left the team, they should have instantly started a big rebuild and like traded all their biggest.
well,
assets
because
to
like
get as
Marc
much as they
Gasol
could.
left.
Marcus Gasol was washed.
Yeah.
He was pretty
Yeah, he
good
was-
for
he
that
was pretty
run.
washed.
The next
Serge
year, he was
Ibaka
washed.
left.
Serge was
Serge was
good.
pretty good.
Serge is
but-
good. I mean,
Suns,
Ka-
please.
when Kyle left, that's when they should have rebuilt.
Yeah.
Like,
He was never like a
Kyle
huge
Lowry
piece,
was
but
just,
just
like-
losing him, you should.
Kyle Lowry got washed quick though. after
Yeah,
that.
he
Like,
got
was,
washed,
like,
but he was a big
after, like,
piece of
2
that
years out,
chip
he was
team.
really like.
He's just a
If
leadership
they
role
traded
at this
him
point.
like at the peak of that
Dude,
chip
I
team,
think
he would have
DeMar
brought
would be
in some
really,
good assets.
really cool to go to the Raptors again. It'd be pretty.
Yeah,
sick.
it would be
Dude,
pretty
I
nice.
wanted him on the Raptors so bad. I missed him all. All right, moving on.
to Suns talk. Perfect timing too after last
Yeah,
night.
they're on a win streak right now. So I mean,
2
they're
game.
playing.
Okay. Bradley Beal finally did
Yeah, he
literally
did.
anything for the first time this
Like 25
season
points.
last night. Yeah, 25 on
Good shooting.
12 for 15,
Good
I
shooting,
think,
dude.
or
He
something
had
like
really
that. He
good-
only missed 3 shots. So
He looked great. I think.
KD 31.
Eric Gordon
It
played.
was kind of
really
weird. Like
bad.
if you like saw it, like, did you guys notice like Book was holding the ball a lot?
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
like-
watch.
They have you seen KD? I think they need to facilitate more through KD. Than
That's
they
what
do
I was
Book.
thinking too.
KD's
KD's been on fire.
a better
dude.
facilitator
So,
than
like-
Book is.
I still think Book should take the ball up. I think it just makes the most sense for him. Because I mean,
Yeah.
he takes the ball up, and then if he can dish to either direction,
Yeah.
get
Dude,
the
it
ball
makes
out,
me so. It
and then
makes
he
me
can
so
just
mad.
pop a 3, or he can drive through. You know, whatever.
And I
I
think
like
they
it over
need to-
Beal because Beal
yeah.
has injury issues. I don't really want him
Yeah.
running with the ball a lot.
You don't want to trust.
It
him
takes
to be our
it takes one
facilitator.
swipe for him to break his back. and
They
then
need a
never
major
play
defensive
again.
change. They double the
Dude.
pick and roll,
Yeah.
and they leave the corner 3 open every single time. I was at that Mavs game, and
Honestly,
you know how
I think
many
the problem
open
is
threes they
Frank
hit.
Vogel is not like
He's not a good coach.
not like
and that's
a
what's
guru
weird.
for
He was a
anything, bro.
defensive coach too beforehand.
Like,
Like I
his
think
defense
so.
wasn't even that good. It
It
was
was
just
pretty
their defensive
AD
pieces.
specifically.
Yeah,
Like,
but
him
he
and
hasn't
Dwight
done
were,
anything,
like,
dude.
really good.
Like
Mm.
he's got to stop doubling the pick and roll. Like
Yeah.
just stand it up, don't double it.
We
Watch
also
the
need
corner
more
3.
people who can play defense. Though.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
and the problem is some of these guys we brought in. I mean, Grayson Allen's been playing really good.
Grayson
but
Allen's
he's-
been a beast, dude.
Is he hurt right now?
No,
Is he
he,
back?
he put up
He was hurt a
he
little
put up
bit.
like solid numbers last night. He had like
Okay.
like
Because bro,
12
I
or
just want to
15.
see like Grayson Allen just sitting in the corner, popping threes. And
That's what he
running back on
did, dude. He
defense.
put up
Yeah.
like
and that's
eight
what he needs to be
threes
doing.
or 9 threes against the Mavs,
Mhm.
and they still lost, which was unfortunate. But Eric Gordon also played like 30 minutes and had like 6 points.
Yeah, he's
was
so on
gross.
and off. Like I don't know. Like
It-
he'll
it
cook
makes
for
me
30
mad.
points, or he'll be horrible.
Yeah, it's actually really annoying.
I feel like we can't really be mad about it though.
Yeah,
Like, what did we
Nurkic
expect
had
from
like
an old-ass
19.
Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
Like everyone was talking about how terrible he was going to be, so
Could be
he's
worse,
been really good. If
honestly.
anything, I think.
Yeah,
Nurkic has
I
been
mean
good.
he does what he needs
Nurkic
to
has
do.
been
for
good.
the- Nurkic is really like he's been on a tear. I'll give him that.
Dude, Metu off the bench, dude, has been
Metu-
so good.
Did you see the thing with Book yelling at him for not getting back on defense after he turned over the ball and people
Yeah,
were
that
trying
was
to make it
everyone's
like
fault.
trying to make it like
Like
Book
he
was like a horrible teammate or something like.
I didn't see
Bro,
that.
if I was playing pickup and somebody did something like that, I'd be yelling at him too. Like
yeah.
it's like common knowledge. If you lose the ball, you
yeah,
can't just
go
stand
after.
there.
He just
Yeah.
stood there. He also went for like 28 that game,
Yeah,
which is gross. And
he is
like
pretty good.
13 or 14
Yeah.
rebounds.
Mhm.
More than that, I think.
You know what's been really disappointing though?
Hmm.
Yuta Watanabe, bro. He's been.
I
so
know,
bad.
Wow,
dude.
I didn't
Like, he's
expect
been
that at all.
terrible. His 3-point percentage was like top of the league last year too.
And now
Yeah.
it's like tanked. He's garbage. We just need to make like good trades, you know. Like I don't really
that's
know
the
where to
problem.
go
We don't
there.
have that. We don't have the capital. We don't have
We
our
don't have a
own
choice
picks
anymore.
until 2031. That's
We
disgusting.
need to get quickly from the Raptors.
Yeah. We need to get DeRozan. Get DeRozan or Levine.
We need
I don't
we need
think so.
defense, dude. We don't
Yeah.
need like that. We
DeRozan's
need-
decent on defense.
I'd
not
like
great.
even our backup centers are actually pretty sound.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
Eubanks is all right.
Eubanks is awesome.
Eubanks is
Matu's
I like
good.
Eubanks.
Eubanks has been, slightly disappointing.
Yeah,
To be
but
honest,
Yeah.
but he hasn't been bad.
we didn't
you know,
expect much anyways.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much.
I
out
mean,
of him.
there was a gap there where he was expected to be the starting center until we traded.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I know.
But bringing a guy like literally Patrick Beverly, dude. Bringing a guy like that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
You
Chris
could.
Paul's gone now, so there's no beef or anything.
Yeah, bringing
Yeah,
a guy
that's
like
true.
that. Make the
But I don't know. He was recently.
I don't think he
talking
wants
bad
to
about
leave
the
anymore
Suns.
though.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He likes his position right now. So.
He does, but like if he wants to compete,
Bro,
you
we
know,
need Dwight, bro. Bring in Dwight.
That's what I've been
dude,
saying, dude.
why don't we bring
I
in
don't
a
know
guy
why
like
he isn't
that?
still playing in the
You-
league at
or
least.
you know who would be good? Who's in the G League right now? Bring in Lance Stevenson on a minimum.
Yeah.
Why
I know,
is
it's
that?
disgusting that he's sitting on the Iowa?
Yeah.
Timberwolves.
Why is that a thing, dude? Why is a guy like that not playing versus guys like who?
Yeah.
I know. We need Lance Stevenson as a good defensive shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah, bringing a guy like
Uh,
that on a minimum. We have that kind of money.
Cold beer and cheeseburgers is open.
There.
Yeah, we're going after.
Okay.
Guys, meet us at Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers for a fan meetup, and we'll sign autographs.
This isn't going up.
No, it's not going up until after we eat. But, so I think good Suns talk.
Yeah.
I mean, really just, we need to bring in a little bit more, play more consistent, keep it up. Recap of our NFL predictions this week. Somewhat cooked. We all had the Browns beating the Jets. That happened. Me and Parker had the Cowboys beating Zeke's pick, the Lions, and they did win. Me and Parker picked the Patriots over the Bills, and Zeke picked the Bills. I don't remember you picking the Patriots, but I was watching it back. And, yeah,
Well, I guess they beat him earlier. In the
they
season.
did.
That was his
I
logic on
said
that.
the only reason I went with it is because my draft video. I was like, okay, I gotta stick.
I was just
with
thinking the Bills haven't played that good, so
Yeah.
I've been
it.
on ever
Falcons.
since the. I just want to say this. Ever since the thing about comparing the being playing 9/11 the drill. That came out. You never. I talked about it on here. It was Doug McDermott or what's his name? Yes.
I don't remember.
Okay.
that.
But I guess they did a drill it was a teamwork drill. So they were hijacking the plane on 9/11. That was what the drill was. And then it came out and then,
What?
he was they were talking about he could get fired for it and then all the fans were
hell?
no, we don't care. Why would we? And then I never heard
As a
anything
New
about
York
it.
team,
I-
what
That
are
was
you
the
doing,
picture I
bro?
sent to the group
I
chat.
don't remember that.
I wonder if
That's
they
pretty
can
funny,
see,
though.
I wonder if
I
they can
remember
see it
hearing
on
that.
camera.
Probably not. There's no way.
No, they can't see that.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
that was.
that-
Oh, I was so confused. I just ignored it. I was like, I don't know what to
Ever
do.
since the Al Qaeda Bills came in, they've been 4-0 or something.
Why
like
would
that.
you
Ever
even
since
do
the-
that?
Dude.
What
Literally at work.
Especially as a New York team. What are you thinking? Okay. Falcons versus Bears. Me and Zeke had the Bears. You are a Falcons curse because every time you pick them, they lose.
I know, dude. I should
It's
I
funny.
should just
Not that they
stop.
win much in general, but every time you've picked them, they've lost. It's pretty weird. So Parker did pick them and they lost. Raiders, Colts. For some reason, we were all really heavy on the Raiders for that one, and we didn't even think about
It's
the
because
Colts.
they came off a big win.
Yeah, that is true. Colts ended up taking that one. Gardner Minshew could be a playoff. That's such a non-talked about good, not good,
Not
decent
good,
team.
but a playoff.
They're an
team,
underrated
probably.
team.
Yeah.
Rams Giants was a 1-point game. It was a good game actually.
I know. Yeah,
We
that
all had the
last
Rams
drive.
though. Yeah.
Like-
Eagles, Cardinals. I went with the Redbirds. They went with the Greenbirds, and the Cardinals won that one.
Mhm.
That's
We
funny.
sold Marvin Harrison for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't think we were gonna get him. anyway.
Bucks,
We
Saints
traded down. They were
did not go as
taking
expected, in my opinion.
Uh-uh.
I expected the Bucks to do something. Baker still had a. No, he didn't.
him.
The Bucks lost that one. We all had them. Clearly, we all had the Niners over the Commanders. Closer game than expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
scared for
CMC
next week,
went
dude.
out.
I know we're not getting into this yet, but the Cowboys play the Commanders next week for the NFC East #1 seed,
Yeah.
and that's 2 home playoff games. So I'm very scared actually. I feel like we're gonna sell it, but Niners won. Jags blew out the Panthers and shut them out. It was 24-0. So
Bryce Young got hurt.
big deal. Bryce Young sucks.
He isn't that bad. That's
He's
trash.
mid. mid to below
pretty
average.
Dude, when you have like 1 second in the pocket and you're like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
very petite man.
I feel like
that,
he's not as even then. I feel like they hyped him up to be like crazy.
They did
Like-
hype him up a lot.
I mean,
like, a
let's
lot,
let's
a
be
lot.
honest. Bryce Young is like Parker's size.
It's
Playing behind
kinda
a
true,
bad
actually.
offensive line, like it's not really fair.
That's me out there.
Yeah, it's not fair. And then Ravens versus Dolphins. The Ravens killed the Dolphins. Unreal. Me and Zeke had the Ravens.
I
Parker
was-
had the Dolphins.
I was just biting on like, okay, I don't even got words for that one,
Yeah.
dude. That was
That was
gross.
the Ravens really are
Yeah.
scary right now, dude.
They're
Like,
the best team in the league.
I haven't-
without a doubt.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Dude,
They just blew out the Niners.
Dude, Caden
Oh,
was going
God.
crazy on Twitter.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was like retweeting a bunch of stuff. Like,
Of course.
The
he was.
Niners and the Dolphins getting blown out back-to-back weeks is pretty scary.
Yeah, those are like the two other teams that were in like talks, like comparing them to.
Yeah,
for the
And they play-
Bills
yeah.
should be up there.
The
Sure, I'll
Bills
ask-
are better
I'll
than
ask
the
this
Ravens.
Dude,
question-
January 1st, Stephon Diggs is back. So.
I'll ask this question after, so it can be its own little segment. Titans versus Texans. Me and Parker had the Titans. Zeke had the Texans. I think Texans killed them.
Yeah.
Dude, the Titans.
They suck
Shit,
so
I
bad.
know,
Derrick
I've
Henry.
been trying
Derrick,
to say this all year.
Derrick Henry.
They're horrible.
Please come to Dallas, Derrick Henry. Please
Derrick
come to
Henry
Dallas,
played like
Derrick
shit,
Henry.
dude. He had 4
Please save
points. He had 4 points on fantasy.
I know that.
Yeah, he's trash.
That Derrick Henry to the Dallas talk is only growing day by day, so I'm happy about that at least.
Dude, it was disgusting.
Steelers versus Seahawks. Not talked about much. The Steelers beat the Seahawks, who we all picked, which was weird.
It's because
Uh.
Mason Rudolph is him, bro.
I guess so.
He's been playing really good.
He has.
Yeah,
It's.
yes.
I feel like they're not going to trust
I didn't check
him,
the stat
but-
line on that, but
Me neither,
I
but
didn't
he has
really-
been good.
I forgot that game happening, so I don't. Really...
Broncos Chargers, the least
Bro,
covered
I
game
literally
of
I
all
didn't
didn't
even
time.
hear a
know they
single thing.
played,
What was
dude.
the score?
It was.
I don't know.
I think they.
They
I
killed
think the
the
Chargers got
Chargers.
like 3 points. or
Yeah,
something.
it was. The Broncos won 16-9. 16. Yeah, I literally didn't know that game happened
No,
until I was watching
I had
our
no
video.
clue.
It was-
Our
Just
video
didn't.
made me realize they played. That's how bad that coverage was on that game.
I mean, why would they?
I don't know.
Rustless Broncos for no reason.
Oh
So
yeah,
stupid.
true, huh? I forgot about that. So Broncos won. We all had them. Chargers are really bad.
Dude, they need bring
They need to figure something
in
out, dude.
Belichick, dude.
Every player is about to leave.
You
If
didn't
they
bring
don't,
in anybody.
if they don't
bro.
win next year, if they don't at least have a winning record next year, every player is gonna leave.
Do you think if
Eckler
if
and
Michigan
Allen and
wins the
Justin
chip,
Herbert.
then Harbaugh would go to the
I was
Chargers?
thinking about that. That's-
Or even if they lose,
not
because I
horrible.
mean, like he's having that issue now because they were like saying he's a cheater. So
yeah,
maybe he wants to
he
move
probably,
up
he
from
probably
college.
wants to leave.
Because
but
now that his reputation
know.
is like
Tarnished.
I don't think
tarnished
so. I think
in
it's
college,
stupid.
he got suspended, so
I
I
know.
mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I just think it's
Mid-season
stupid, though.
suspension is pretty crazy.
But I mean, yeah, Chargers really just
Yeah,
anyone at this
terrible.
point. Bring me in at this point, and they might be better.
Yeah.
Bengals, Chiefs. Parker went for the upset, and the Chiefs upset his upset. Me and Zeke had the Chiefs.
I was jumping up and down watching that game for my fantasy
What was the score?
title.
It was
Wasn't it close?
It was fairly
relatively close. It was like a little over a touchdown, I think. It might have been 8. I
I
think it was
would like to say it was
25-17.
Yeah, 25-17.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Yeah, because
decently
like
close.
I was banking off the
Yeah.
Chiefs D, and it was like a point game, and then they proceeded to sack
Like 3
Browning
times
4
in a row.
times
It's insane, dude. That's unheard of. That's the luckiest
It was
shit
like
you've
they
ever
sacked him.
experienced.
They sacked him, and then that sack like locked up my win. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's go. And I was about to go upstairs, and then they went. It was 4th and 18. They got it, and then he got sacked 3 times in a row.
So stupid,
Gross,
dude. Packers, Vikings. Not a bad game. Packers are pretty good. Jordan Love is really
Jordan
fun
good.
to
Love's pretty
watch.
solid.
Jordan Love
Dude,
is
I saw
really
this
good.
disrespectful stat line. It was like, it was the best statistical season by any Bears quarterback, and then it was side by side with
Jordan Love?
with Jordan Love, and Jordan Love's was better.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Well,
Actually,
the Bears never have good quarterbacks.
No,
so
but
I
that's
mean, like,
still unreal. All
Yeah, that's
time.
Gross.
all time.
Come on, dude. And it's Jordan Love. Like, not that he's bad, but
He's
that
like
should
mid.
not be a stat at all. There's no way that should be a stat. Sleeper bust reviews.
Okay,
I went.
I'll start.
I went like
Perfect.
50-50 on this.
You wanna go first? Zeke?
Yeah, I'll go
Sure,
ahead because
let's
I haven't
find
talked
out
in a little bit. So my first sleeper, I had Trey McBride. He went for 10.8, and I'm gonna say that's mid because that's 0.1 higher than his average. So it's whatever. Moving on to Nico Collins, he had 15.7, so that's a good one. He was on a cold streak, especially without CJ Stroud. Lastly, I had Adam Thielen, who went for 9.8, and I believe it was actually higher at one point. He must have got like a stat reduction or something.
Yeah.
But so that's a miss.
Yep.
He's still averaging 14 somehow, even
I
though
know.
he's like
It's weird.
not
It's
good
weird.
anymore. It was because he was like going for like 28
wide
every
receiver
single-
too. I know. Like for 3 weeks in a row, he had like 20 something. So
At the like beginning of the season, he was wide
He's
receiver
good.
4.
yeah.
Okay, and then my busts were Mike Evans. He had 10.0, which is mid.
It's
It
pretty.
didn't
good,
ruin my week. I mean, I still
yeah.
won. So,
It's decently mid. But
and then I had Amari Cooper, who was declared out on Thursday night. Didn't start him, luckily, but so
Okay.
that's not on me. 0.0. And then
Alright,
I
so
had
that's a win.
Ramondre Stevenson, and they put him on IR the next day after.
I saw that.
activating
Yeah.
him, which
Yeah.
was so weird. So I
I'm
was like,
counting
whatever.
injuries for busts as wins at this point because
Yeah.
you're telling them not to play them.
Zero,
Yeah,
zero.
I didn't even like.
before
I
they
didn't
get
even like
injured, so-
mark Ramondre Stevenson. I just put
Yeah.
like Amari Cooper. Like, I'm taking that one as a win.
Yeah. I mean, my
Because
logic.
that one was like a random one.
My
But
logic is if
Ramondre
you say
Stevenson,
someone,
like, if you were paying
and they get
attention,
injured- yeah,
like,
exactly.
then
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had a problem. But Amari Cooper, like that, me saying that could have saved you if you already said your
Yeah.
lineup or something. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like if someone, I'll get into mine because I have an injured player. I went 6 for 6. I had for sleepers David Njoku, who had 17.4. That was the last week. You can really call him a sleeper.
Mhm.
I had DJ Moore, who went for 30.9.
bro.
That was a
Damn.
good pick.
Dude, that had
he
me
went
on my
crazy.
deathbed,
Dude, I
bro.
know. And then Rasheed Rice, I also had. He went for 17.7. So that is 3 hits in a row.
Rasheed Rice is
He's good.
true wide receiver 1.
He's a rookie too.
Yeah.
So I didn't know
He's
that
good.
up until like I mean I knew it like a while ago, but not like for that long.
He was like a 4th-round pick too. It's very
Yeah,
good.
he's really good.
Very good receiver. The only good receiver on the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for my bust, I had Garrett Wilson, who only got 9.9, so that was a hit. I said T.J. Hawkinson before his season-ending injury, so that's a hit because, like Zeke said, if you had him starting and I told you not to and you changed it, I win. And then I had Sam Howell, who turned into Satan. He got 6.66. And
That was so-
lost for the Commanders.
That was so out of
Satan
fuck.
himself.
Sam Howell turned into Satan. What the hell?
Cooking with that one. Okay.
All right, my sleepers. Derrick Henry shit the bed. Grand total of 5 points. That was horrible. AJ Brown also fly. Cardinals fly.
Yep.
9 points. I called Ayuk. He did really good.
Yeah,
he
he
had
did.
24.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. I don't even know if he played, but he had 0, which is gross. Okay, this
Why would you
one
put Dalvin Cook.
That was for a bust or a sleeper?
bust.
Oh,
Okay, I was
Uh,
like, first of all,
I had Sam Laporta, which I put as mid because he got like right around what he averages.
What do you
But
get?
to be, he got like 14. He averages like 13.
Oh.
no,
it-
that's
I don't know, that's still
wrong.
pretty good, yeah.
But to be fair, he got 8 points in literally the final minute when they were just like.
Okay.
Yeah,
throwing it to
I
him
do.
over
Yeah,
and
you are
over.
right. That is pretty crazy.
And then
He sold
Jay-
the last second.
Yeah, literally, bro. I was like, damn, I called that because he had 5 points like going into the fourth with like 5 minutes left. I was like, damn, I cooked on that one.
Yeah.
And then he just got
He went insane
like
in the
50
last few
yards in the
seconds.
last like minute.
Which is crazy, actually.
Yeah, it is actually pretty crazy.
And then Jalen Waddle, I hit on. He was on like questionable,
He's
but
not
I
cheap,
put
so-
him out anyways, and he got ruled
He
out
had that one
like,
big week
before the
against the
game.
Jets a few weeks back, and that was it.
Yeah, I think he's overrated. honestly.
He's been decent all year. He's been putting up like 14, 15. Then he's had
He
like,
is
a
playing
few off
alongside
weeks.
Tyreek, but I still think he's overrated.
When
Tua,
Tyreek's out,
Tua is
he's
now
good.
leading the league in yards.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Do
Thanks
you
to
guys remember
Tyreek.
when like Sam Howell was?
Yeah. Now he's like
still
14.
top. No, he's still like
He's not
top
10, I checked.
Pretty sure.
If he's 10, he would be like
He was also
10 or
out
11.
for a game, so
Yeah.
He got
that's
benched.
fair. He was also out for a game. So shut up.
He doesn't even
idiot.
start anymore. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
Oh wait, that was it. And then game predictions.
Ooh.
Week
Final
18.
or no, not final week, but
Yeah.
final normal week. So we should try
Regular
to cover this
season.
one
Yeah. Last week.
because playoffs are gonna
Um,
be easy to predict. I think.
My bad. I don't have the time, so my slate isn't going
That's
to be in
fine.
order. But so first up, the Browns and the Bengals. Why did I blank? Okay.
Browns for
Browns
sure.
are gonna
Browns
win
for
out
sure.
until
Yeah.
like championship game. I think.
That was a good
Okay.
video. That was a good clip that
At
we made
least.
last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
A lot of votes.
900.
So we all said Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay. Vikings and Lions. I'm going with the Lions. But honestly,
That's hard because they always do shit against the Vikings.
also we got to
Yeah,
keep in
I was
mind some of
thinking
these
the
teams
same.
are going to be benching their starters, so we got to really pay attention. Like
Yeah,
the Ravens,
I don't,
like, Lamar isn't going to start, I don't think.
Yeah, they'll probably just save
feel
him
like
for playoffs.
I don't
I
think
don't
a
know.
lot
Lamar's
of them
trying
are
to,
going to
like,
sit him, honestly.
finish his
I don't
MVP
think a
case,
lot of them are going to be
his
sat.
passing yards are really low, so he might be
Yeah.
trying to go for, like, 400 to get up to
That's what I'm
4K
thinking. I
or
don't think a lot
something.
of players are going to be sitting because they're going to want to get their stats out of the season. So I'm just going to
That's
go
true.
with assuming that the players are starting.
I'm assuming that
for the
the
most part.
Niners are going to probably bench all their starters, though.
Yeah, they have no reason not to.
Because
at
I
this
think
point.
they
They're
locked up.
they're
Yeah.
locked
Yeah.
because of the Eagles loss or whatever.
At least CMC shouldn't play. There's no reason.
No,
Yeah, why would
should not. Elijah Mitchell can.
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell's going to take his spot if he plays.
He scored literally.
I
like,
know the play he went in, bro. It was
Literally.
insane.
I'll stick with the Lions.
I'll stick with the Lions too.
Because I don't think because
They're going to play
they
Laporta
lost last
and
week, so their
stuff.
record I
Yeah.
think
They're behind Dallas and the Eagles.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
So-
they're gonna have to play for that spot.
They have to.
Okay, next up is the Bears and the Packers. I don't
Ooh,
know. That's gonna be
that's
a
a
good game.
fun game.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with the
take-
Bears, bro.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take the Bears.
That Bears team isn't bad, dude. It's
They're not.
crazy.
No,
Their-
it's not.
their
I love
record
them.
does
I
not
actually
reflect
love
how
that
good they
Bears
are.
team right now.
Yeah,
I'm,
honestly,
I'm
they're
a
like
fan right
one
now.
good receiver, which either if that's gonna be Marvin Harrison or it's gonna be like somebody they bring in like T Higgins or something.
They'll
But I
probably
think
bring
they'll be
someone in
able to
and draft Marvin.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, they
They're
already
probably
have
gonna bring
DJ
someone
Moore.
in.
They only need one.
Dude,
guy.
imagine
Yeah, you
them.
have three
Imagine they get
receivers.
Garrett
There's
Wilson.
no point in paying 3 guys full money though.
Not T Higgins don't need full money. I don't
Well,
think.
yeah, I would.
Maybe I don't know. Depends who they bring.
He
in.
probably would.
He's
It's
gonna
on
get
the
like
Bears.
Christian Kirk money.
Yeah.
That's
What's their
crazy.
I don't know.
cap?
That's really hard. I'll
I
go
don't
with
know.
Bears.
They have a lot, I think.
I'll go Bears because it's Packers shouldn't win that. I mean, I don't
They're
know.
both
That's
bad.
hard.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Bears are going to be playing for their draft spot.
The Bears'
what
record
I'm
does
thinking.
not reflect
I'm
how
gonna go
good they are.
Packers.
Okay.
I'm
I was gonna
Packers.
say I don't want to go all Bears and then look
Yeah.
No, I'll
stupid.
go Packers.
Okay, and then next up, the Jaguars and the Titans. I'm going with the Jags
Yeah.
because the Titans are horrible, and I've been
They
saying this
suck,
since
dude.
week 1.
Yeah, I'll go with the Jags.
Titans do usually weirdly play good against the Jags, but I'll go with
It's mostly the
Jags.
Colts when they play the Jags, and they always
Yeah,
lose to the
that too.
Jags in
Yeah.
Jacksonville. But what just happened? Dude?
Stupid flag.
Okay, there we go.
I know.
Moving on, the Texans and the Colts.
It's another pretty good one.
I'm gonna go with the Colts to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Even
there.
though both teams are playing for the playoffs, I think
I think the
Gardner
Colts are
Minshew
gonna
wins
win it out.
more.
I don't think Gardner Minshew is more than a rookie who's been carrying his team all season. He was an MVP candidate at one point. I think
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud still has something to prove. I
Dude,
think Texans.
CJ Stroud needs to show up because he might lose his rookie of the year case because Puka Nacua is about to break. He's gonna break the.
Yeah.
He's gonna break the rookie
That's
receiver
true.
yard, and he has like 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think Texans will show out.
What do you think, Parker?
Not the Texans.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a trash game too. So the Broncos and the Raiders. Go with the
Oh,
Raiders.
God.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Actually, I
I'm
feel like
with
they're
the
gonna
Raiders
win.
since they're
That
not
team
using
isn't
Russ.
bad. I don't even know. Like,
Are they playing Russ that game or no? He's
No,
out the rest of the season.
Russ is done.
I'm gonna go Broncos anyways.
I don't know if
Why
they're
not?
benching him to save him at this point or if they just hate him. I can't really tell
No,
for
they're,
Russ.
they're cutting him.
Yeah,
Oh, Russ?
Yes, they're
Oh,
gonna
I
cut
didn't see
Russ.
I did not see that.
yeah. I'm gonna
Wouldn't
take the Broncos anyways.
That's
Why
already
not?
confirmed or that's just
They're-
speculation?
It's expected.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
we'll
they
see.
they said in
Someone's
like,
going to pick him.
reports.
That's to be stupid. You can
Yeah.
trade him still.
They're gonna try to trade him, but he's on that contract, and they probably it's just gonna be kind of hard to trade him.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Atlanta would take him on that contract though.
Yeah, Atlanta probably would. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We all said our picks on that one.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bills and Dolphins. I got Bills all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills. I feel like the Bills always play pretty good against the Dolphins for some
They
reason.
cooked them at the beginning of the
I
year.
know. I
Yeah.
want to say Bills.
This is a long one.
The
too.
Dolphins also
know.
played like shit last week.
I just realized we've been out here for like.
Not for a long time. I'll
Yeah.
go Bills, I guess.
Moving on, the Jets and the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win, and the Cardinals are going to get the 3rd pick back. To be honest,
No, I was thinking the same thing.
Dude,
the Jets are horrible.
I feel like the Jets at least want to go out with a bang with how decent of a team they really have. They really don't have a bad team.
Yeah.
They're literally a quarterback short from a deep playoff run. That's it.
Zach
Yeah.
Wilson.
And maybe a
they should have kept Joe Flacco.
no,
That's all
literally, if like as bad as the Jets are, if you actually look at them and give them 1 or 2 offensive linemen and a quarterback, they are a championship level team. They have an insane receiver, an insane running back, a really good defense.
Their defense is good, but
They
they
have
get
really good
cooked
defense.
Yeah.
often. I mean,
I think it's also
Joe
a
Flacco
leadership.
just
I
cooked
think
them for
I think a
300
big
first half yards.
I know, but I think a big part of it was they started falling off when they realized there was no hope.
I guess.
In the beginning of the season, they were ranked one of the best defenses.
Yeah,
in
they
the
kind of
league.
tanked.
I think they just tanked as a team with like the level of hope and energy. I think the Jets will come back for a game though, and the
Maybe.
next year
Okay.
they'll be a championship level team.
Okay.
Up next is the Falcons and the Saints.
I'm gonna
Shitty
take the
games for
Falcons.
Week 18. They're just playing all the bad teams against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it's divisional games.
You
that
took the
they
Falcons.
put last.
yeah.
Well, then I'm going with the Saints.
I'm going with the Saints too.
Every time I pick
I
the
know,
Falcons,
You're a curse.
I'm a curse for the Falcons,
I'm
dude.
not doing it.
Okay, moving on to the Eagles and the Giants. Bro, that one, if they sell that game, they don't deserve to
Dude,
be in
if they sell the
playoffs.
game, they should sell their franchise. That's disgusting.
If they sell a game, they shouldn't be allowed in the playoffs.
relocate
Like,
them to
actually, they
Connecticut.
should let the Giants. That should be a game for the
they
playoffs.
should
at
let
this point.
Tommy DeVito buy their franchise.
How many videos not even playing anymore?
Bro, Tommy DeVito fell back to earth.
His
Literally.
actually, I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Can he get benched or whatever?
Not gonna have it.
At this point, he needs some publicity. He
Don't
needs
say it.
58
He'll
people
take
to
it
watch
at
him.
this point.
I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay.
But honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if the Eagles lost. They're
yeah,
Fraudulent.
they're 1-5 recently.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's actually like
Yeah.
or no 1-4. My bad.
Go on
That's
for it.
disturbing. How bad that is.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Giants are
Yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
But they almost did beat the Rams. But I think for the sake of the Eagles franchise, the sake of the city, not getting blown
Yeah,
up.
that'd be so.
Um,
Bad. Dude, I
they
think they
probably
would
have to win that
actually
game.
riot the city.
Yeah, probably.
Losing
Moving
the
on, the
Cardinals.
Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Seahawks,
I really
Cardinals is
hope the
good.
Cardinals don't do it, bro. I really hope. I can't deal with it at this point.
After watching the Seahawks lose to Mason Rudolph, I'm going with the Cardinals.
I was gonna take the Cardinals. Too.
I also
think
just took the Birds over the Birds, and it worked, so I'm gonna do it again.
Honestly,
They're gonna be
bro,
stupid.
did
and
you guys
win.
see like the
Yeah.
on screen when the GM for the Cardinals was on screen when the Cardinals were about to win that game? Bro, it looked like he was about to throw up.
I think
I
Kyler.
would too,
I think
bro. It's
Kyler
so
came back and
stupid
wants
and-
to show that he's good and like.
well,
the
he showed
team
it
wants
last game.
to.
That was the best game from
Yeah.
Kyler
It
I've
was
seen in a
crazy.
long time. He looked
So.
really good.
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Except that one throw he had in the first
Yeah.
half, dude. That was the
Yeah, the beginning was horrible. They came back big time,
yeah.
like huge.
Dude,
So-
they could have
He was
won
throwing
by
dots
more.
to Greg Dortch though. Greg
Yeah.
Dortch was
He was
electric that game.
eating.
He's
Dude.
true. Like, bro, we need one receiver and Greg
One
Dortch,
receiver,
and we're locked
I
in.
know.
and a better O line.
And
Yeah.
better.
Decent
honestly,
defense too.
Because
Our defense
as the Cardinals,
isn't
I
even
think the
that bad.
Cardinals
not.
need to go ahead and they need to draft O-line with their first pick,
They
and
do.
then we need to trade up and get Malik Neighbors.
That's
I agree. That's what I was
And
saying.
that team would be good.
Mhm.
But honestly, Malik Neighbors reminds me a lot of
I don't
Justin
know.
Jefferson, but I think
I
the
think
Cardinals
taking
need
a receiver
big
first
guy.
might be better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they
we'll
could
have
also
to
bring
see.
in someone
It
cheap.
depends on combine for sure. Because if Malik
Yeah.
Neighbors can prove like he's good enough to go like top 5, then I don't care if the Cardinals take him
Yeah.
with that pick.
We'll
Yeah.
probably make another draft video, like with all three of us instead of just me before the draft.
All right.
Okay.
We'll for
Yeah, we
sure
should
be-
do like full mocks.
We for sure will.
first-
Yeah, we will.
for
First round.
first round for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be
Alright.
fun. After
A lot
the
of
combine,
studying.
so- Yeah. After combine, it won't
Yeah.
be that hard though.
Okay.
Where was I at? Okay, the Chiefs and the Chargers. I think Chiefs are even if Mahomes didn't play, which I don't think is gonna
Yeah.
happen. I think they'll play. But anyway.
Chiefs for
They
sure,
probably
dude.
will.
The
I think the Chiefs
Chargers
are
are a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So sad.
Like quite literally horrible.
Yeah, I don't even think it's like
Not even
contestable,
close.
bro. They're not touching that game.
No. They might get shut out.
Rams and Niners.
It's a pretty good game.
I think I'm going with the Rams. I think the Niners, at least, like even if they play their starters, it won't be full game. Like even
Yeah.
I think
even if it's a close game, like I think they would still pull their.
I'm gonna
starters.
say either way the Rams win.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
thinking
the
the Rams
Rams
too. Actually,
Rams look hot, dude. They like
they've
two
looked pretty
crazy
good.
good
It's in
receivers
San
and a
Francisco too. Keep in mind.
This second half of the year, the
It's
Rams will look
California.
good.
I mean, dude, the Rams look insane. Like the only thing holding them back is slightly their defense. They have a great tight end, great receivers, great running back, good
His-
QB.
How long has Coop been out? Like this season? How many games? He's been out.
Not
like,
much. He was gone for most of like the early season, but
Yeah,
when he
that's
came
what
back,
I'm
he didn't
thinking.
miss
That's
That's
much.
for like week 6.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say like their
But he's
earlier
been
record.
mid. It's really Puka Nakua.
Yeah, he hasn't been horrible though. He had like 20.
Their
yesterday.
Yeah.
their early
he's good.
record doesn't reflect how good
Puka
of a team.
Nakua
they
is
are.
really
No.
good. Actually,
Well, they were better
Upsetting.
earlier in the season, I think. Actually, than they are now. I don't know. Not like
Yeah.
team wise, but record wise, I'm pretty
It's
sure.
upsetting how easily the Rams fit together good teams drafting.
I know. Every year.
If only the
Oh.
Cardinals.
Okay, moving on. The Cowboys and the Commanders. I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't really feel like they
Cowboys.
can mess that up.
Why would the Commanders want to win that? Like they have no reason to.
No,
To beat the Cowboys.
I guess.
It's division
It's
rival for.
rivals.
It's a division rivalry game to ruin our chances at home field advantage in the playoffs. Why wouldn't they?
That's
Why
true.
wouldn't they
That
want to go
is
all
true.
out and say "F you, Dallas" and just completely screw
Bro,
us
okay,
over?
if
I'm worried, dude.
If I'm the Commanders, I'm doing it, bro.
I'm
putting
going
every-
for it if
That's
I'm the
true. I didn't think
Commanders.
of it like
That's why I'm
that.
scared. Is I feel like we might lose that game.
I was just thinking of it like draft stock wise, but if you put it that way, then I guess yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cowboys still win because we
But I'm gonna take
absolutely
Cowboys.
murdered them this season by 35.
Yeah,
but we'll
on
see.
Thanksgiving.
We'll see though.
Okay, moving on.
I don't know who we're gonna be starting, or we have to start actually.
Yeah.
So I think we'll win. Yeah, we'll win by a lot.
Okay, and then next up is the Bucks and the Panthers. I think the Bucks are the fairly obvious.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Baker.
I'm gonna
Keep
take
my
the Bucks.
take.
Well,
keep
'cause
my take valid.
They win that game that locks up
Mhm.
Bucks in the playoffs,
Yeah.
so they have to play everyone.
I have to play Dallas again
Yeah.
this year.
They'll cook them.
I'm gonna be rooting for Baker, but I'm gonna go for my team still. But I think Baker's gonna win this game.
Okay. What do you
Bounce
think,
back week.
Yeah, I say Baker and the Bucks.
Okay. And then last up, which I don't know the order because when I checked
It's
it,
fine.
every single time was TBD.
Yeah.
But I think every game is.
Oh yeah, huh? Okay.
Because they just decide at random week 18.
Yeah.
But and
I
then
forgot about that.
so it's the Steelers and the Ravens. I think even
A
without
horrible game.
even without Lamar, which I think he'll play.
Yeah,
But-
I take. The
I think he'll
Ravens,
play,
too.
and it'll still be like
Yeah.
a decent
I
game.
think
Like,
I'm
it'll
still
be fun.
I'd go
but
with
I think the Ravens are
the
gonna kill us,
Ravens
though.
for sure.
Yeah.
in that
I think the
situation.
Steelers will put up an early fight and then get destroyed.
That's what
because
usually
that
Or
game,
happens.
other way
that
around,
game
get
would put
destroyed,
the
try
Ravens
to come
at
back.
what 14-3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just
would
disgusting
be-
season by the Ravens.
I don't know.
It's a gross season.
Who have they lost? to
3
this year?
losses is gross.
Uh,
Oh no.
the Browns.
The Browns are a monster.
Do your last
But it was
game while I
before
look.
like
I
Joe
got
Biden.
Ravens. Do your last game.
That was it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Quickly looking at who the Ravens have lost to this season.
The Browns are a monster.
They
I love the
lost
Browns.
to the Browns. They lost to the. Wait, what?
I don't know. Did they play
Oh,
the Jets?
they lost to the. Wait, this can't be right.
Hmm.
This is correct. Okay, this is inaccurate because it shows 4 losses and then they have plenty of games won, so I don't know what's very accurate. Either way, they have 3 losses. They've lost to crappy teams, I think, for the most part.
Unless they do have 4 losses, I could be wrong.
No, they don't. I don't know why it's
No.
showing. But we appreciate you guys for watching the New Year episode, and we will see you next week.